Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Dreams of Silver and Stone here on Roll for Chaos. Hi, how are you? I hope you're having good times and having fun and hanging out and being here to watch all of these crazy people do crazy things on air live.
Rude.
It's not as crazy as you think it is. It's not that. Just hold your jets. Don't take my words out of. Okay, so we're gonna go around the table. We're gonna
Speaking of tacos.
Speaking of tacos.
Oh no.
We're gonna go around the table and we're gonna talk to these wonderful individuals and say, hey, who are you? Who are you playing? And if you can, give us the mindset of your current character before we do our recap for tonight. So, first things first, we'll see who's gonna go first. In this case, it's Rob.
Hey,
Rob, you're up.
right after the goof. Hello, I am the aforementioned Rob B. Rolling if you want the full moniker, but that doesn't matter. That awkwardness doesn't matter because tonight I'm playing Clay, no last name given, the dwarven scoundrel who spent the entirety of the last episode and a half having how small he is and his experiences and worries slapped across his face like a cartoon character. So basically is doing like a full self inventory as to everything that has led up to this point and what the hell he's got himself into. Yeah.
The little fish in a really, really big pond.
Small
Unfortunately.
existential crisis. Just a wee one.
Yeah,
Just a little
you know. Like, Nova was like, haha, I was trapped in, like, a void for 100 years, and that, like, slid off Clay's back, because he was like, oh, that's fine, I've been through weird stuff. And then, like, no, I haven't. No, wait, like, I had a bad, no, okay.
You also found out Nova was a princess, so that didn't really
Oh,
help either.
for sure, yeah.
Oh,
Mhm,
you know.
mhm.
It's
There were a
fine.
lot of things, yeah.
There's definitely a lot of things.
A princess who can talk to ghosts, who's also who knows a lot of these ghosts and like knows people who related to ghosts, and like those ghosts are like, yeah. So it's like, so yeah.
And animals.
Just through my mom. It's fine.
Yeah.
I was only a pirate for a minute.
Right. Now, which mom? Which extremely powerful, important mom are we talking about this time?
That matters.
All right, so we'll move along from there. Speaking of powerful moms, Steven, your turn. I don't know.
Hey. Hey everyone, I'm Steven, also known as LDV Devil, and I play Kaizen, the Imni still mind with not such a still mind right now. It's like an apartment complex up there. So what's he got on his mind? It just depends on what voice he's listening to. Hopefully it's Pip. That's what I'm going for. I like Pip. But, who knows? We got a god of life and the other half of him of death and a few other things up in there, so we're just gonna see what goes down.
Chaos in the mind seems to be a pretty common
Fun.
thread at the moment.
Really difficult when trying to meditate. Quite.
True. You know what? That's what you trained for. This is what this is all
Yeah.
about.
You
Push it
also
all
fully
out.
did it to
Push it
yourself.
out. Push it out.
All
I
right.
mean, like,
It was all to help you bitches.
it's like Sifu in Kung Fu Panda in the first one when he's like inner
Yes.
peace.
Inner
Like you're just
peace.
trying to, yeah.
Yeah.
Twitch.
Yeah. That's it.
All right. Speaking of inner peace, now Sinan, you're up.
Wow, that's a connection. Hello, everyone. My name is Sinan, playing Patchy, the mad scientist or something. I don't know what I am at this point. I'm a torture victim. I'm probably gonna die or something. And what is Patchy thinking? Patchy's thinking a couple of things. Well, now that I'm no longer in mind control mode, maybe I can fuck with these soldiers and like really mess with their heads and convince them that they're gonna die next time they see combat. Another one is, why the fuck did I give my polymorph potion to Crimson Mane? I must be going soft. I hate that guy. Second is, damn it, what? Fidget Claw can do better. No, wait, Fidget Claw is the mate, right? Of Red Mane.
Fidget? What?
Wait, my
Three claws?
Three scars. Three
No,
scars.
no,
is the
no.
boss. Fidget Claw.
Nibbler,
and Nibbler,
Nibbler, yeah. Nibbler can do better. Is the other one the other thing is I'm thinking. And also, why did I tell Crimson Mane to go find Nova? She's crazy. She thinks she can talk to animals. She's probably eaten by a giant lizard she thought she could talk to at this point.
She person riding said lizard.
Comes into town on a giant lizard. Speaking of coming into town on a giant lizard, Nova, you're up. Go ahead, Shannon.
Believe it when I see it.
Challenge accepted. I'm Nova, and I'm Shannon, and I'm playing Nova. Mostly thinking confusion. It's there. There's a lot of things rattling around that I have yet to be able to process. Information such as your, perhaps royalty. I think like there's just been no mulling time, like it's just all fresh and unmulled. And so I guess it's just my brain, is like most of the time, Nova's just kind of going with the flow and confused and concerned and just trying to stay positive. Concern, confusion. Also, Nova does have like a severe attachment complex where she's feeling abandoned and her friends not being together is making her very uncomfortable. So hopefully that will be remedied soon.
Well, here's hoping some of that is remedied soon for sure.
That'll be good. Also, I would like now to have an opportunity to talk to a rideable lizard.
Balls to the wall seems to be the life for
a
heroes.
salamander.
A salamander.
They're so cute.
They're slow though. They don't.
We could have had a riding frog.
We could have. I'm sorry. I didn't.
Sorry. Like I just not really, but like I will never forget the frog. I was ready. I was gonna be a over the garden wall reference.
You weren't around anymore. He left because he no longer had a friend. Rip from...
Wow. Way to flip that around and make the player feel guilty.
Well, that wasn't the intention. Not really.
Well, no, I don't feel guilty. I wasn't there that week to be there.
And just to continue the train, speaking of not there, Anna, your turn.
Okay, I am here. Hi, I'm Anna, also known as Sanctum Cosplay. I play Kiara, the resident bundle of joy. I don't know what Kiara. Kiara was definitely, really, I think the main thought right now is Kiara does not want to have to explain why Brownie is taken into custody to Clay because of his weird daddy complex thing that's going on. Probably the current issue, because she's in a carriage on her way coming back to visit her friends, so she probably has time to read over that newspaper and probably just going to throw it at Clay anyway, and there's not going to be an explanation.
Well, speaking of the newspaper, part of the recap, of course, is that Kiara had made her way back to Miocenis, and upon arriving, bumped into an old friend and elbowed him in the face and got some instructions on going to a location to find an object for another individual so that she could trade that off, and found it to be blueprints to something that was going to be housing a very expensive item of some kind. And then found the newspaper that talked about two individuals, halflings, who had been deemed enemies of the state and were now imprisoned, that happened to have very similar faces to Brownie. Carrying that newspaper, you had gotten a bird to come and tweet at you, telling you that...
You received a tweet!
You received a tweet from your friend Clay, and sent back
Did
a
I
return
retweet
tweet.
when I sent it back?
Yeah, you did. You retweeted back in the opposite direction. I guess it's more of a quote tweet, something. I don't know. You responded because you didn't retweet. It wasn't the same message.
You could have just rolled with it.
I don't know how to roll with things. So, other than dice. So you had then went about your way, went and paid for a carriage with 300 silver that you just happened to have. Very expensive. It's very difficult to get transportation.
Not according to my
Miocenis.
pocket change.
Yeah, you're currently very loaded. So we had also seen Nova and Clay find out that the Witch of the Swamp actually was a front. A house that was hiding in the midst of the waters out there in the swamp, that was an orphanage ran by Lancel Mayun, and, well, this witch and Bright Eyes, the Skixen, whose father was a very powerful Eternal, who seemed to be just chilling and hanging out and dropped a bunch of knowledge bombs on Nova all at once. Clay was confused. There was a moment where they all went traveling back over the hill after getting that information and ran into Kaizen, where they met a little bee named Pip, which was, again, something that was talking to everybody and giving them some direction and saying that it was an envoy of Maz, some individual attached to a great dragon.
Everybody? Are we sure?
Everybody. I mean, it
To you.
said it to
You just have no idea what it was buzzing about.
You just didn't understand. I'm speaking
Also,
to you
that
in the wrong
bee
language.
You got
gives
me.
me
You
terrible
got me.
anxiety because I'm so scared something bad is going to happen to that adorable bee. So scared. Like, it's giving me palpitations.
So after that point, the three of them headed back to town, knowing that there was a date with Brownie to have a picnic very shortly. Well, in the following day. I mean, it's really very, very late at night at this point, and you traveled out because you had X amount of time before the picnic on the following day to do this. Now it is about 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the morning as you're wandering back into town, tired, covered in muck, and not feeling incredibly well. And then, of course, there's Patchy, who has been tormented and tortured for months and months and months, who had found a way to ferret away some ingredients for a potion, creating something that allowed one to change one's appearance. He had snuck it through the crack in the wall, giving it to Crimson Mane, someone who he didn't trust before, but had really little other choice. And Crimson Mane was able to escape and make his way to Nova, well, and Clay, and is now inside of their basement, where he has been talking to Brownie in the evening before she went to bed, of course.
Just
So-
love leaving my child alone with a radical.
Well, now we know why she ended up as a terrorist.
Her
Yeah.
parents are terrorists,
You
not
mean
her.
Mass murderer.
I mean, people go through wormholes in time and space all the time. You never know what's going to happen in this universe. So the three of you, being Kaizen and Clay and Nova, make your way back to Stuckfoot. As you're kind of trundling into town, your feet are just slogging in the muck. And as you climb up the little hill where there's furrows laden for all of the water to flow down, where it's drier, where you can kind of get your footing once more, and you see the beginning to be overrun and kind of disheveled garden that what's her name used to live at?
Periwinkle?
Periwinkle. She's named after a color. Damn it. Anyways,
And a
where Periwinkle used to
flower.
live, it's a color. It's a pinkish color, and it's a flower. It's the same color that I drew her in. Anyway, so as the three of you march back into town, what are you all saying to one another before you head to the house?
It's a blue color. I had to double check.
Okay, real quick, I can't believe that y'all did not immediately go to the cat from Blue's Clues, but that's fine. No, sorry.
I forgot about Periwinkle. Yeah.
Anyway.
Who was is a light blue, right? No, Periwinkle is like pink.
I'm pretty sure they were bluish.
Periwinkle is pink because blue is blue. Come on now.
That's
I
true.
mean, there's lots of different colors of blue.
That's true.
There's
Anyway,
magenta.
this is what
Anyway.
we're talking about. No.
Well, yeah, we're talking about colors.
Should have just
Yeah.
said it in character, yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
All of you are talking about Periwinkle as you walk into town.
Well, there actually is interesting information about Periwinkle because now we
Speaking of,
figured
yeah.
out that Conquest was her
Right?
lover, but we also found out that she's like sort of prejudiced and that she wouldn't be with him because he was no longer alive, which I feel, I don't know. I mean, till death do us part, I guess, but I don't know. I don't know who to root for here anymore.
Oh, wait. That's
Unfortunate, I really enjoyed her.
Okay, Nova, how much do you know about eternal ghost related things happening?
A little.
Like, are people like coming back as Eternals? Is that like a common thing to expect, or is that like a rare thing?
As far as I know, it's not exactly common for people to like come back as Eternals. Most of the time, like Eternals are kind of eternally, and that's like who they are and what they do. But then there's like these weird circumstances where other people do come back as Eternals. But then there's theoretical, it's theoretical, not science really, maybe pseudoscience. I'm not sure. Right. Where they kind of talk about maybe like Eternals kind of like take on the aspects of someone else. Because like there was this guy Caleb that my mom used to know, and then he had like this dude die or whatever, and then he became an Eternal. So most of the time it's really confusing. And I tried to read a bunch of books on it, but it's a little bit what? Sorry, you.
No, trying to just process.
That was a lot.
But it sounds like not common, not something to really expect.
You should come from my world. Everyone's alive and dead all at once. It's quite annoying, actually.
Must make both birthdays and funerals quite upsetting.
Yeah, once you go through them about 400 times each, you get used to it. It's every day.
How do you know when it's your birthday if time isn't secular?
It always is.
Your birthday is always. Of course.
Right.
Yeah. Right.
So,
Depends on what you're feeling that day, I suppose.
So you can't have a very merry unbirthday because if every day is your birthday, but also simultaneously at the same time not your birthday?
Well, you're both having a really bad day and a really poor day and a not good day and a not bad day.
It honestly just depends on what blip we're in that very moment in the world.
Interesting.
It's kind of like living in a strobe light that travels through time. It's quite an experience, really.
The bee is snoring.
Okay, I can hear that one. That one I understand. I feel like I've kind of hit a point where, like, have you ever been like never not eaten for so long that you kind of push through the wall and you're like okay for a bit and then it kind of comes back? I think I've hit that point with all this like stuff.
I once went 432 days without eating. I can relate to that.
All right.
Wait for 100 years, I think it was.
Yeah, that was a long time.
So I'm glad that you're feeling okay, a little bit better there, Clay. Because I mean, really, life is just a series of really fucked up things.
For sure. Again, a lot of respect to both of you because listen, I've had not a exceptionally tame life, but like the scale of fucked up that I've gone through and that you both have gone through and are connected to are just like so different levels. Like, like you are connected to someone who is like making important decisions in the government, and I just am like the little in parts at the bottom scrape of the barrel that kind of the government doesn't care about.
I mean, that's not to politic, but that's kind of why Mom became a political figure. But no, I get it. And actually, I mean, honestly, you can't compare things. Like, yeah, so we have like a weird, crazy existence. Like, your experience is valid too.
Yeah, I have a son, and but just in terms of the things that I'm now associated by, like connected to by association, and that are becoming relevant in my day to day is just it's a transitionary process.
Oh sure, the world is weird. So just don't expect it to be normal and you'll be fine. Expect the weirdest, most fucked up thing ever to happen, and then when it only is slightly less weird and fucked up, you'll be like, oh, pleasantly
surprised. You're a little disappointed. Probably a good thing.
Yeah. I suppose, I've been... It's kind of weird to say, but
Since all these blinders have been kind of blasted off, do you feel the need to not be such a scoundrel sometimes?
Well, there's a difference between...
Nice question.
But it's just honest.
Are you asking me if I no longer want to make money, or...
I mean, there are other ways to make money than rolling people over, I would think. Just curious.
Sure.
Just throwing it out there.
Listen, I'm not going to say I do honest work, but I honestly try to not rob from folks that don't have a lot. I mean, I could have robbed this town blind, right? I mean, they were all left the town in a tank, and there was a robot trying to steal everything they left behind. I could have just taken a cut.
That's true.
And
also, having grown up around a lot of really rich hoity-toity people, I have to tell you they kind of deserve to get rolled over every now and again. Redistribution of wealth it's all
there
right.
are 100% jobs that Kiara have done so smoothly that they have no idea. Like, we took, like, guest room art objects that got replaced with the next season, and they had no idea. And it fed us for weeks and weeks. Like, they have too much anyway.
All right, I kind of see the point. If they're jackasses and don't want to help everyone around them, even though they have more than enough to, then perhaps you should just take it from them.
See,
Is that the
now
point you're
you're
making?
getting it.
Right.
Welcome to the Aether sphere.
No, thank you very much. It's
Listen,
very different here.
listen, morality is a weapon sometimes that people use, and so I've decided that the law is, I mean,
Bendable to
there's,
your will. Gotcha.
well,
Open to
I
interpretation.
suppose, you know what?
Okay, I like that better. I like that better.
Law doesn't make it right, you know?
Yeah. Laws are just some jackass telling you what to do. It's not necessarily what's right.
Let's be honest. The people who came here that you then wiped their memories of, they were following the law.
Oh, segue. When your memory was wiped, did you remember that you were a thief?
I mean, it's hard to remember what I remember. I mean, like, I remembered who I am. Like, I didn't lose who I am, but
Oh, so it's just ingrained in you. Okay.
well,
it's his class. So
well, I mean, well, to be honest, it kind of is, because it's. I don't suppose you really have much need for economy and wealth when you are, like, in all times at once, do you?
Not really, no. We either just try to stay alive or enjoy the very few moments that are positive and fun when you're with family, not at their graves, you know.
Well, to just real quick, a lightning round. Basically, when you do need to worry about monetary wealth and can't go 400 plus days without eating, I was born, orphaned, so no one to take care of me in a terrible, that closes some doors a lot of times, especially since people weren't clambering to take me in. And then the level of society I wound up in closed more doors, and then the fact that I wouldn't let Kiara just get hate crimed and such closed pretty much all the other ones. So I basically chose my lot of breaking the law. I mean, to be honest, being friends with Kiara and not turning her in is breaking the law in a lot of interpretations, right? So yeah, I suppose in a lot of ways, being a thief and criminal is ingrained. I mean,
well, thank you for indulging me, Clay. That was very enlightening.
No problem.
I appreciate it.
I know I was pretty harsh on you and with the whole ear thing and all of that, but trying to imagine the kind of transition you're going through, that's I mean, the fact that you haven't just been like curled up in a ball sobbing, props.
Well, you don't see me 24/7. I'm just kidding. That was a joke. Imni humor.
it was a joke.
I mean, listen, if that's what your meditation is, that's fine. Sometimes you need it.
I like scream therapy myself.
Something starts speaking inside of your head as you are just sitting there, Kaizen.
They were walking.
Identified. She is someone you need to stay close to. She is like him. You see, like, your head kind of twist and point, also looking at Nova.
Do you care to enlighten me at all, or are you just going to tell me you need to watch her?
Familiar markers on her features. We can use her as a weapon against those aboard the pirate ship I told you about.
Oh. Sounds like a hoot. You're just a ball of joy, aren't you?
I have a mission. There is no room for joy.
Do you have emotion at all?
It is unnecessary.
That's what I thought.
Why are you staring at me, Kaizen?
Figured it was a lot of just the,
I
kind of went somewhere.
I look up and whisper to Pip what was just said to me and have it fly over and tell her.
Okay then. Pip's just like drowsily.
What? There was a flower. I saw a flower. There's the biggest flower I ever did see.
Pip, concentrate.
What?
Important.
What's important?
Tell over the thing in my head that's a robot that's still or whatever is trying to use her as a weapon, and I need to keep an eye on her.
So
Just let her
important.
be aware.
Maybe. Okay, tell her the important thing.
That was
It's an
way
important
shorter
thing.
than the last 6 paragraphs I
got
gave
it.
you.
Zzz.
Oh god, I hope he's good.
Pip flies over and like lands in your hair and crawls into your ear.
I got to tell you something. So, I forget. Wait, no, I remember. Kaizen said there's a robot in his head and it wants to do something with you and another person who's related to you and cause problems. And it's a bad thing, apparently. I don't know.
This bee is worthless.
Okay. Just gonna look at Kaizen very confused.
Just look at you like, yeah.
Okay.
Do you
Robot.
have any sugar water?
Not on me.
I need to go find some breakfast. I'll be back in a little bit.
Be careful!
I can always
That's funny.
be.
So, Kaizen, I'm assuming that what the bee said to me, Buzz. The buzz is
Mm-hmm.
okay. So, we don't. The bee said, "Hey."
Yeah,
And that's-
like bees do. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We need to. I don't know if we need to talk about this, but I don't know that I feel that way about you.
Oh god.
And
I
I'm
just
not.
walk off.
I didn't hurt your feelings.
Yeah.
Kaizen
Never
just like
mind.
walks off exasperated.
Yeah,
at that
apparently
response.
there's a pirate bowl waiting for Nova back home as well, so...
As you head closer to the house, give me an aware roll.
Oh, don't you say those words to me. Ooh.
15 from Clay, 8 from Kaizen. Kaizen, you're a bit exasperated, I think.
Yeah.
And I'm just utterly confused.
Totally confused with the two. So Clay, you smell cooking food.
Okay, great.
Brownie doesn't know how to cook.
Yeah, how much burning do I smell?
None.
Brownie? Amazing. Then I'm gonna I'm gonna just walk up, be like, sounds like we got some breakfast on the cooker.
Oh, I can eat.
Hey,
As you step
Who's
up to
cooking
the
breakfast?
door,
I'm guessing Crimson Mane.
Oh,
Crimson Mane. Oh, that's right. He's here.
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
I've got a lot of things to get used to.
You heard me both.
sounded like Ringo there for a minute.
I didn't
Yeah,
mean
you-
to.
you did
but
a
I
little.
had a and I was hoping you wouldn't notice.
No, I definitely. Listen, I understand to talk a lot, so I had to expect some kind of drift, you know.
That's right.
so you step in through the door, and you see Crimson Mane standing there in Clay's like chef's thing that he wears. Well, you know, the one that both of you wear on occasion. Your cook's
An
frock.
apron?
Apron. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
In a cooking apron. It's got like "Kiss Me, I'm
Kiss the chef?
I'm Outer Clan" on
Oh.
it.
Kiss the cook. Kiss me, I'm outer clan on it.
No, it says "Kiss me, I'm not an elf."
There you go.
Oh, hey now.
I wear it
Um,
ironically.
Yeah.
So he's wearing this apron, and he's cooking away some things. You see Brownie sitting at the table eating at the moment. She looks up with like sausage dripping out of the corner of her mouth. Oh, I'm glad to see you both back. You've been gone a long time and you weren't here.
Stop. Chew.
Well,
Swallow.
Now, that
Talk.
wasn't the most unintelligible thing something's tried to communicate to me since I've been awake, but Nova's right. Crimson Mane, looks like you're feeling... Turn around. It's in skiing, obviously. Looks like you're feeling better.
Oh, yes. Thank you very much.
Great.
I've gotten my bearings back, and through the administrations of you and this young one here, I am feeling much better.
Well, that's great news.
So now that you're feeling better, Nova's gonna get like a face, like a intimidating face, or she's gonna try real hard.
Okay.
Where's Patchy?
He's being held prisoner by the Vincier sect I used to belong to.
Oh no!
He's being tortured horrendously. I mean, you would not believe. There's blades and knives and blunt instruments. And he's got clamps on his nipples. I mean...
nipple clamps!
Oh god. Maybe we should have sent the bird to him first.
I don't know. He might be into it.
Maybe he likes a little foreplay.
So that's not what he states. But
he lost his ears, perhaps.
He does state that Patchy is being held. He's being held under Doggedville, a small section near their military outpost that's there, the barracks that are inside the small city itself. The Vincier put a staging point under the city, and their intentions are to remake that substance that destroyed the mess.
Well, obviously, we're gonna go get Patchy as soon as possible. Looks like, I mean, he might even be hurting himself at this point. Who knows?
I know.
But first of all, none of us. Well, I don't know. Do you sleep, Kaizen? I'm honestly not 100% sure.
Once in a while, yes, I do.
Cool. Well, Nova and I do, and we'll definitely need to sleep before we try and take out a Vincier outpost, and of course, have a picnic, and wait for hopefully a response from Kiara, because we'll definitely need like a hand cannon at least. Like, I mean,
yes, we need Kiara.
If there's anything Kiara would have, I mean, listen, Kiara's going to have like the whole arsenal, right? And that's going to be invaluable, right?
Every single item I just obviously.
Right, like the scattergun I gave her, the hand cannon. I mean, sure.
Yeah.
You're right. A picnic does sound lovely. You know, a few more nipple clamps, couple more knives, couldn't hurt anything, right?
I do feel slightly guilty.
Just go
going to a picnic.
You can't. I mean, look. I made you a breakfast so that we'd have the energy to go. A picnic. And Brownie looks over and is like, "Yeah, we're gonna have a picnic at noon today."
Brownie.
So.
What?
You remember Patchy, right?
Yeah, the stinky Skixon who always was trying to get me to give him all of my hair and spit and stuff.
He was quirky, yeah.
That's the one. That is most certainly the one.
So, he's being tortured right now. How would you feel about if we postponed the picnic until we got back, and then we could have a full picnic with everybody, including Kiara, and Patchy, and then we could all be together and have a picnic. Wouldn't that be more meaningful?
But that feels like torture to me.
Okay, kiddo. There's a point where you have to think about your feelings, which would be sad and are valid, and I understand. But there's a person getting tortured, which is very painful, and we could help them. Wouldn't it be bad of us to not help when we could?
Well, yeah, we should help somebody who's being tortured. Well, let me go get my things. You see her like run to the room.
No. Go ahead, Clay.
As she runs into the back room, you see her begin bagging up things in the back. Clay, you head towards her room.
Hey, so what you packing up for?
Well, I'm figuring that if we're gonna go across swamp, I'm gonna need things to keep us warm, and I've got some of that turkey that we made last week, and I've got some galoshes because it's very wet out there, and if you have to dig through the ground, I've got a shovel. She pulls out like a little spade. I remember having to climb through the holes down below, and that right there, that'll help a lot too. And I've got a stick that can divine where water is. it seems to point at everything here, but then again, everything's covered in water. So I think it works.
Sure. Brownie, so who's gonna take care of the garden when we're gone?
The gardener's
Then-
silly.
No, our patch. We took out the patch in the garden and said and that's also part of how we eat, right?
Well, yeah, but I mean, we're not going to be gone for very long, right?
Yeah, but plants need, they're kind of picky sometimes. It's funny. Where I come from, they're supposed to just be watered. Here, you need to dewater them so they don't drown,
Well,
which
yeah,
is weird
everybody
for me.
knows that's silly.
Right, but so what could happen to the plants if they're left alone?
Well, you don't want me to come.
Here's how I want to. You know what? Yeah, you know what? I'm sorry. That was a roundabout way. It's not that I don't want you to come. Obviously, I want you around. So I'm sorry that the picnic is getting postponed. I know that you're really excited about it, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm excited about it too. Right? I'm a little bit disappointed, but this is life or death for Patchy, right?
Is it life or death for you? For Nova?
We're fine.
No, it's life or death for a person who doesn't deserve it, right?
Give me a charming roll as you attempt to lie to this child.
What? What am I lying about?
That's not lying. You
You're
jaded
gonna go
motherfucker.
try to pretend you did not. You said no. This wasn't life or death for you. It very well could be.
Oh, well, I see. Well, then I can. If that's the interpretation, that's not what I interpreted from the question. It sounded like, "Are you gonna die if you don't do this?" Was
Are you
more the
gonna die
question,
if you do this?
Gotcha.
For certain, it's fine.
Sorry, I didn't understand the question. I mean, there's risk no matter what, right?
I don't know.
But-
I don't want you to take more risks. Last time you took risks and everything, y'all forgot everything.
Well, but you can't go through life without taking risk. To be quite honest, unless you let something or someone push you way down and be less than a person, you're gonna have to take some risk sometime. Not everything in life is pretty much nothing is 100%, right?
Yeah.
It's all a gamble.
And you want me to be able to take care of myself and be safe, right?
I want you to be safe.
Watch
And-
it, you're walking into a trap.
Of course, I want you to, be safe. If you come along, right? Obviously, I know you can hold your own to a degree, but all of a sudden it becomes now. Not only is it life or death for Patchy, and obviously more risk, but now also I'm putting you at risk when you don't need to be.
You see her like slowly stick the shovel back inside the bag and then look over at you. Crimson Mane says sometimes things are worth the risk. And sometimes a cause is more important than the self.
Ugh.
All right. You're and you're right. I mean, I've risked everything for my best friend in the whole world, my wife and my son. I mean, for you, this town, right? You're right. Sometimes it's worth it. And sometimes you forget everything for 6 months. But, and I'm going to say this with all the love in my heart, you're not ready yet. I know
When am I
you've
gonna
been
be
through a
ready?
lot.
What do I have to do? I lived in a swamp in a hole for a long time. I'm good at hiding and at doing things and at stealing stuff. You've been teaching me every day little bits of things here and there, tricks. I know how to not be seen and not be caught. So,
Yeah.
is there like an age? Tell me, how old do I have to be before I'm ready?
Sorry, I should say I don't want you to be ready. I was ready when I was your age, right? I mean,
So then why
No.
am I not?
no, sorry, I don't want you to be. I mean, you probably are mostly ready. Just because, well, I mean, listen, we've been dealt slightly similar shite hands, and I know you can fend for yourself. I mean, you did, right? Obviously, I mean, you don't need me looking after you, right? You chose this, I chose this. But you're I'm not trying to make you feel small, but you're still growing. You're still a kid, and you deserve a chance to learn more than the life that I and Kiara and Crimson Mane have led. Because that's the life I want you to have.
You want me to be safe?
I mean, I want you to be safe, and I want you to find a place that makes you happy.
I want you to be safe. I want Nova to be safe.
I know.
Well,
And
I get it. I won't go. You see her put the bag down, back on the bed, a little bit reserved, and obviously a little bit frustrated. You better come back.
listen, first of all, well, no, I'm not even, of course, I promise.
Yeah.
And I think I'm gonna have, I'm sorry that this memory stuff has probably been really difficult. And when I get back, we can have a talk about that and how everything's okay going.
Yeah. You go
Because
save Patchy, try not to get hurt, and come back home, and then we'll have our picnic.
right.
So as we see Clay speaking to Brownie and moving from the room there, the scene fades out, and we arrive inside of a hallway leading up to a small stairwell, leading up to another ladder. We see Patchy being dragged, his arms just kind of limp between two Vincier soldiers. They've sedated you, Patchy, and as you're kind of moving along, you can kind of see what's going on around you. And you hear the voices kind of echoing in the distance, a bit scratchy, a bit kind of disjointed. And he said he's done with him. We don't need this individual anymore, Patchy. We might need him. He could still be useful. His knowledge is still unknowable. But some of the things that he's done, if we can figure out that longevity thing that he did, our army could be strengthened wholly. We wouldn't have to rely so often on the young ones who don't know what they're doing and have to train them over and over and over again. I suppose you're right. And we just keep him here, locked inside the bell tower? Pretty much. We can't escape from there. Everything's electrified, and it's the most secure location we have in the entire complex. Once we finish the mission, we'll come back and see what else we can drag out of his corpse. Thought you said you weren't gonna kill him. Just it's hard to talk with only one arm when you're speaking, Skeet. And we see Patchy get kind of lugged up a ladder into a room, thrown on the floor. There's like a pulsing light in the background. Some doors slam shut, and there are bars all around him, a small table and chairs, and then lightning kind of coursing through the walls near him. From where you're at, you feel like you're in or under a power conduit, like an energy room for a generator of some kind for the city.
I'll get out in like 24 hours. Can I get out anyway? Is there any way I can find a way to get out of here?
You can give yourself a look-see around the room and see what you can determine. I will share on the map where you are real quick. So, Patchy's the only one that should be able to see that.
Oh, what is this?
It is a large latticework cage, or like bars and whatnot, kind of surrounding you, where there's an energy conduit above and below you. Lightning is coursing through the floor and some parts of the bars, but you're pretty much just standing inside of this small space.
Is there, can a lightning be an ingredient?
Lightning as an ingredient? You have
Yeah.
to be able to capture lightning to use it as an ingredient. What are you going to use to
You've
keep
got a
lightning
bottle, right?
contained?
A key, like old Ben Franklin.
How did I hide the previous polymorph potion?
In flaps and orifices, I'm assuming.
How did I house it? Like, what did I use as container?
It would have been a vial, yes. You would have one vial, but you gave that to
What if I found
Red
two?
Crimson Mage.
2 vials, but I won't.
I'll give you a chance. I'll give you a chance. Give me a d20 roll. If you get an 18 or higher, you'll have another vial right now.
Oh, well, okay.
That is a 6. You don't have another vial at the moment. But give me an aware roll as you're standing in the cage. Your eyes are bleary, your body is worn, and your arms are heavy. Everything's kind of shaky, and you're in that half delirious sleep state you get when you come out of like strong medication.
There you go.
As you lay there on the floor staring up at the ceiling, you can see between the bars is segmented wire and casings, screws, and other types of mechanical housings. You think that if you were to reach between the bars without shocking yourself, you might be able to get a hold of some of that.
I haven't been. Let's see. How agile am I with my hands? How much would it hurt me if I do get shocked? I'm assuming it's not like deadly. It's just to teach me a lesson.
Give me a brains roll. With a 19, you recognize that you're actually being housed inside of a transformer. If you were to grab a hold of the wrong section or hold on too long, you just become a Rice Krispie treat.
Well, that's not good. Although, are there guards around here?
They're not up here. They left you alone after closing the door and locking it.
If I would die, I would not even make those guards like day unpleasant with the smell of a Skix and Rice Krispie treat. That sucks. Well, what can I do right now? God damn it! I can't make. I can't reach into the Aether sphere and whip out my cauldron.
You can attempt
maybe
to.
I can house the lightning in my cauldron.
Give me a magical roll and let's see if you can reach it now. You weren't able to before when you were down below, but now you're underneath of a power generator.
Huh?
Ha! With a 15, you sink down and your muscles spasm. There's a bit of pain, but then suddenly your cauldron appears in front of you.
Oh shit! I didn't think that would work.
They seem to have overlooked the fact that there's a great deal of aether, mostly lightning-based, flowing through this room, but it was enough to give you enough energy to call it.
Idiots. Well, I guess I'll just lift the cauldron up above my head and try to house lightning while going.
Trying to house lightning in your cauldron. All right, give us a tough roll, and we'll see what happens. Lightning is going to course back down through that into your arms, Patchy. Are you okay with that?
I bet I'm wise enough to try to avoid that. I would do the math in my head and find a way to stand the right way to not have that happen.
True. I will say that this is something you're doing measured, you're thinking about, so it is wise. You could use wisdom to try to reroll.
But wouldn't never mind. Or wouldn't a wearer Rajabi make more sense since I'm trying to position myself right? Huh?
No.
What does my physical strength have to do with this? God damn it!
Toughness is based on your survival skills.
But I'm a Skix scientist. I'm not a Brewster that just put alcohol and shit. I think about what I do. Yeah, right. That's why I haven't done tough that much.
With the
also
12.
Because wait a minute, my earphones fell, Let me just put that back in. Okay, yeah. And I used to be an alchemist, and that was brain-centric, so that's how I focused it. Yeah.
Well,
that.
your tough is saying that you are still going to take some damage, but it will be lessened with a 12. Are
Fine.
You okay with that? All right.
Yeah, whatever. I've been hurt so much at this point.
There it goes. 9 points of damage comes coursing through you as lightning kind of jolts your arms.
Ow!
And you stagger away.
Maybe you have those cool lightning scar things now. What is that called?
Lichtenberg scars.
Yeah.
Wait, what were
I think that's what
those?
they're called.
These cool scars that you get from like lightning or electricity burns.
Oh,
I know
Yeah.
someone who has them. They are super cool.
Wait.
Yeah.
If I try to change my identity again because of that, I'll call myself Sparky or something.
There you go. So you've got some electrical burns across your forearms. Your hair has kind of singed up there, but you do believe that you have captured a small amount of electricity, lightning ether, in your cauldron. You can see it bouncing back and forth inside of these tubes. You've got some inert gases in.
Can I just like close it and like wait it until it like calms down or something?
Yes, you can.
All right. Stay still, goddamn, stay still. While I quickly look at what I can do here. Shit. What can I do? What can I do? God damn
I
it.
mean, you could use the lightning to try to create a brew, but it's gonna have some potentially strange effects.
Well,
More so than
it's not that bad. I probably actually potion because that's already been done. They'll probably expect that. Oh. Wait, how long is it gonna take until they're back?
Until who's back? The people that you heard
you know-
talking?
That we're talking about me and what to do about me.
They didn't give you a timeline.
We'll be back in 20 minutes.
Dicks. Oh, okay. Okay. I'm gonna try to make was it the venomous tentacula was the one made me have mantis arms?
Yep.
I'm gonna try to do that.
All right. Give us a tough roll just to see if you can accomplish this with lightning.
God damn it, tough again. I need to.
Oh, 5 is bad. There's an ace. All right.
Wait a minute, though. Just 1 sec.
Wait, did we all write down that free ace that we got for that one reason that I can't remember last time?
No, you actually have not gotten the free ace yet.
But wait, by the way, I also have an ace from Tuesday. I would like to remind you of that. By the way, was I rolling tough before when I made my potions, or is it because this is all volatile and weird?
It's because it's volatile.
Yes. There we go. Come on. All right, 18. What you gonna do about that?
18. All right, you create the potion. Now we get to see what kind of side effect it has.
Oh, I'm not drinking it yet.
All right, well, you have one now. So you create this brew. You add in a couple of the chemicals you already have naturally occurring within your cauldron that you have kind of scraped off the walls and whatnot, and mixed it with a bit of lightning and popped it. Now it's just this frothing green goop inside of the little canister you're holding.
I'm gonna try to house it, like put it somewhere in my mouth, but like not consume it yet.
You're gonna mouth it like a hamster?
Well, I don't know. Like, could I make it like sort of gelatiny so it doesn't like immediately go back in? I mean, I don't know.
It's lightning gelatin. It's not
Never
necessarily...
mind. I'm gonna just have it in my hand. I'm gonna start yelling outside. I'm assuming there's a guard that can hear me outside of here.
All right, start yelling.
Guard! I need like a bucket or something here. I got a shit. You don't want me to you don't want my excrement in this cell. You don't need. If it touches this like lightning, it's gonna smell up the whole entire place.
I'm gonna give an aware roll to see if anybody hears you. Hold on.
Just bring into the consideration. Do you have like man poops or like giant rat poops? Are they just like little pellets or? I don't know either. I don't know why my mind went there.
At the moment,
Totally pellets.
At the moment, nobody comes to your yell. So do you want to keep doing it until you get noticed?
Yeah. I mean, I bet they don't want fried like skicks and shit here. That's gonna smell up the entire place. I mean, I'm actually making sense here. I'm trying to be a considerate prisoner here.
All right, so Patchy sits there and yells out into the void, trying to get a hold of anybody who can hear him about the fact that he really needs to drop a deuce and can't do it inside of this electric cage because it would be bad for everybody. As the scene fades out, we find ourselves inside of an automated carriage that is moving across the swamps of Miocenis, larger than usual wheels, and a automaton driver that happens to be just in the front seat and doing the driving.
Madam, we have just about arrived. Was there anything else I can do for you?
Actually, yes. When you approach, I really wanted to do like a cool spin burnout thing, just so I look really cool coming out.
I appreciate your thought that I am capable of such actions. I do have to apologize. That is not within my programming.
Well, I tried. No, nothing else would be needed for
I
now.
could slam on the brakes rapidly.
Only if you see a small dwarf and you can spray him with as much mud as possible.
Spraying small doors with mud. I got
Correct.
it. I will do that for you if I see the opportunity.
Not gonna be Clay.
Was there anything else I can do for you?
If anyone comes and asks if for some reason you took someone named Elena out, tell them no.
I will tell everyone no, that I did not meet Elena.
Perfect.
No, I'm assuming your name is Elena.
That is a good assumption. I'm proud of you.
Nice to meet you, Elena.
Zoe is saying my name is making it up. Not technically. Anyway, I'm uncomfortable. Are we almost there?
We are. Darkwood is right over this hill.
As you come crest the rise, you can see the small town, just like you remember it from such a long time ago. And seeing the quaintness of it, seeing the old worn wooden walls, bit of mossy overgrowth upon them, you can see the well-kept gardens and the water that's kind of trickling out these pathways designed to make sure that the city stays dry. And you see, one of the merchants and a couple of the tradesmen and hunters moving about their business, individuals that you've known and been around for a long time. Your throat kind of catches a little bit because things have been very hard lately, and this was a much easier and much more quaint life, even if it wasn't necessarily what you had been seeking at the time. How do we see Kiara react to seeing her home away from home, or maybe her more home than the home she thought she wanted?
There's a lot of just physical rigidity and discomfort of the I don't know what I'm doing, because one, I don't look like Kiara, so the last thing I need is Patchy to try and harass me again for my spit or anything. And just no one knows me there in this body, so that's just gonna be a hassle and a half. And I don't know where everyone's been for 6 months, so I don't know if people are still gonna be there that I know and care about. Well, except for they did tell me they were there, but I don't know what state they're in. So there's genuine concern on that end as well. Though she'd never say it because emotion.
True. As you sit there riding down over the hill and heading towards the town, we switch just a little bit. The camera flies out further into the town and heads to the windowsill where we can see the other individuals, these three, Brownie in the distance and Crimson Mane all talking, gathering their things, getting ready to go, that kind of stuff. When Clay, as you're sitting there, there's a on the window.
Look out and see what's going on outside my window.
See your mechanical bird tapping against the window.
I'll open the window.
It flies in and then stops in front of you and then broadcasts Kiara's message before.
Isn't he Kaizen's mechanical bird and
it's
not
Kaizen's,
Clay?
Well, Clay was the last one.
What the hell?
Finders keepers.
Clay was the last one using said bird, so
I let you borrow said bird.
Once a thief, always a thief.
I borrow your car, does that then make,
Yeah.
since I was the last person to use it, my car?
Damn, I gotta go find someone with a Tesla real fast.
Message. Message completed. And then the bird just hits the ground and stops moving.
Oh,
Message
Is it
completed.
dead?
oh, that's the best.
So she's here.
That's
Oh,
good, right?
that's so fucking good.
She
Well,
was
she
on her
said
way
it.
to see you, as a matter of fact. Her voice sounded strange, but other than that, you know, it could have just been the repeat from the bird.
Oh. Hey, Kaizen, can I borrow this again? I know it's technically your bird or whatever.
I was just giving you
guess
shit. Use it
technically
all you
no.
want.
Thank you. All right. Well, I'm gonna go like giddily, and set my own message and wait for Kiara. I'm gonna do the like thing where a kid does, where you like look out the window. No, they're not here yet, and then like go back to what I was doing. No, they're not here yet. Just like
Or me
message.
with Amazon packages. It doesn't have to
It's,
be
yeah, I
children.
do that still.
yeah.
So the bird gets wound, pops up into the air. Recipient of message.
Chase.
Chase, last known location.
Rob doesn't remember, but
It was
isn't
in
it?
Doggetville.
Yeah, Doggetville, peacekeeper facility.
Body of message.
This is going to be weird because we've seen each other, but I'm so glad you're safe. They better be treating you well. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that's taken this long. I came as fast as I could. I promise. Please tell me you're alright, and I'm going to find you.
Message length reached.
Now get out of here. That's a very important message you put there.
Acknowledged. Bird
Bird
flies
has
right back
some
out the
low
window.
data.
I'm gonna come down. Kaizen, your like tweets, there's so few characters allowed, and it really limits my communication ability, I feel like.
And then you
I
can't even
realized that.
edit it.
Yeah,
after.
you have to like completely delete it and remake it. Like, can't you add in an edit button? Like, I
Hey.
understand it'd be a lot of
It
work.
found me. I didn't find it. I would have gotten a much better model.
All right, I'm just saying, I feel like an edit button would not be that difficult.
So Crimson Mane off to the side goes, all right, well, is everybody ready then? Should we be about our
We're
way?
actually waiting for one more now. But don't worry, again, super heavily armed. Gonna be bringing in the heavy. This is the. Okay, listen, I am the talker, and we have the actual muscle of my duo coming.
And I'm just gonna say, it's gonna be so nice to see her face. It's been so long, and it's just gonna be
Everything's
so nice.
Different. It's gonna be nice to have something
Well,
I know.
Something familiar, you
you
know.
don't know what they're.
Her dry cutting wit.
Look. I'm trying to not be at my wit's end here. I really am. I waited all night long and she get some rest. Get rid of the. Make myself sure. Fine. Rest. You don't know what they're doing, and you don't know what they'll do. If they don't find a use for Patchy, he's already dead. We need to go quickly. I don't know if you have some sort of war machine coming to help us, but if it takes an hour, if it takes 2 hours, if it takes a week, what is that to me? What is that to him?
Well, I think it's very much the difference between getting him out of there successfully and not, to be quite honest.
What if we
Because-
start heading in that direction and then people catch up? Would that make you feel better?
Yes, that would
Mr.
at least
Maine?
be the right
Can try.
step.
Just, I mean, listen, Kaizen is a master at the fighting that he does, and Nova has possibly imaginary, maybe not imaginary friends that can do stuff, but I'm not.
Tries to flip a rifle pistol.
Like it falls over.
I've been trying to teach you how to do that. I'm sorry, but like
Practicing.
that's the best thing I can do with the pistol. Like I'm not a bad shot, but the flipping the pistol is like the focus for me. Kiara's actually good shot. So again, we're gonna give this our all and we're gonna do everything we can to get Patchy out of there. But we can't go in half-cocked, right? So we can follow the road.
Full cocked.
Exactly. So while we head there, we're gonna need to know also everything you know about the facility and what's gonna try and stop us, right?
Yes, yeah. Well, here. He like clears off the table a little bit. Do you have something to write on? Thank you.
The pen and paper,
Puts
crayon.
it down.
I don't know. We have a child.
He starts drawing squares out on this table. Obviously not the most artistic individual in the world. And he goes, all right. The facility is 4 stories if you count the basement, so it's 3 stories and 1 basement level. Patchy could be on any one of those. If I was in charge of someone such as him, he'd either be here in the basement level. This is where they were keeping him before and keeping me before. Or they're going to put him in the bell tower, which is this location up on the very top. This is just beneath the city. There's a engine power generator of some kind, something that actually supports the protective field that surrounds the peacekeeper facilities above ground.
Have you ever known them to use the bell tower? Like, what's the bell tower's deal?
Well, it's very dangerous. It transforms current from Aether directly from lightning into a usable type of electricity.
Okay.
They haven't used it. I mean, they used it to torture some individuals. They caused some individuals to. They had me create a potion that made people dance, and then we put them in the room and watched.
Okay, well, first of all, that sounds like the most painful place to be. And also, I don't know Patchy exceptionally well, but I know for a fact that he's being difficult as he should be, and not giving important information to these monsters. So, my guess is that probably the worst possible place, which sounds like the electric one.
Yeah, that would.
Which also is
they
probably
all know how
the hardest place to get to, because
stubborn and how willful he is. Even with all of their concoctions, it took such a long time.
I'm sure.
So, yeah. So we'd have to either enter in through here, which is the front door, which I guess they wouldn't be expecting it, but it's also the most well defended, or there is a back alley waste entrance and exit we could use.
Now, I have a question. So, this facility, is in Doggetville or outside of Doggetville?
It was a laboratory once housing, I don't know, some weird scientist used to work for the Empire. Maybe earlier than that. Used to create amalgamations of flesh and steel. I think they called them patches.
That's my grandpa.
What?
Sorry. Yeah.
We're just gonna move past that for a sec. But also wild. So sorry. I feel like that was rude. My apologies.
It's okay.
Just wow, your family tree is sure is something else, huh? I mean,
go digging around in your branches and see what you find. Okay, everybody's family's weird.
Well, that's a little trickier for me. But anywho, how do they keep it not getting raided? Like, there's a peacekeeper facility not too far from there, isn't there?
It's above ground above them, yeah. They don't know it's there. It was a Black Ops institution. It was not run by anybody that wanted to see it, and then Patchy destroyed the records of it being there, I guess. Something along those lines. I just know that once we moved in, we've never been bothered.
All right. Now, maybe this is just my heist instincts talking, but I think I could draw quite a bit of attention in guards my way with just that bit of information. Is there another way to get in that maybe if there was a really significant threat being bandied about, that might be easy for a small group of folks to get into?
I don't know of any other entranceways that are going to be places people can fit unless they can do what Skixon can. Dislocate their bones? Flatten out your jaw?
Yeah, not quite. So there's only one entrance that's
There's
not
two. There's
Skixon?
the front door and then there's the trash exit.
But is that only Skixon accessible?
No, that one's probably big enough for everybody here to fit through pretty well. Your friend that you're waiting on isn't like 250 pounds, right?
No, they're very much not.
Then they should be fine.
No problem. All right, perfect. Then we have the beginnings of a plan, I think.
As you're sitting there talking, you now hear the sound of wheels squelching outside.
Oh, I don't like that sound.
Welch.
That's like peacekeeper sounds to me.
It sounds like an automated carriage coming
Yeah,
to a stop.
they just like braked really hard and fast. That's like an asshole peacekeeper thing, 100%.
Crimson Mane goes, Peacekeepers.
Check it out.
You see him like rush over to the window and kind of just casually glance outside. No, that's a delivery carriage, or
Amazon packages.
Did you order something?
from a messenger, maybe, or I don't know. Maybe it's a passenger carriage.
Well,
We could go outside.
Oh, there's a rich-looking woman walking out, and you see like he looks out the window. You look out there and you can see someone dressed in moderate finery, some of it sturdy and sportive. Obviously has a perm, obviously has, some makeup that's probably partially disheveled. There's a noble woman walking out of the carriage.
Oh, that could be a mark, right? That's the marks.
very good. You are learning. Yeah, I'm gonna walk out and head towards this random, slightly disheveled noblewoman.
Kiara, as you stop and the automated driver like steps over and opens the door for you.
Madam, you may exit the vehicle now. Make sure to take 2 steps down and try not to drop the distance below. It would cause you to become unsightly dirty. And we cannot have that now, can we?
That was very oddly specific. Thank you.
You are most welcome. Do you need my assistance in coming down?
No, I'm alright.
Excellent.
Step down without it.
You step down out, like splurt into the mud a little bit, and then take a few steps forward, and you see Clay open the door and come stepping out of Patchy's house.
And Clay's giving you the like fake smile, like friendly thing that you've seen him do a million times. Oh my goodness, well, it looks like you have had quite a day out in the wilderness that is Miocenis. This is more class than this town has seen in years. Who do I have the pleasure of speaking to?
Kiara,
Kiara.
you enough?
I say from the door.
This Kaizen just recognizes Kiara because he can see her heart.
New year? What is this?
Fuck off, you did it?
Did what?
That is a sore subject that we are not going to touch.
It's
in
good.
very
Hey,
long.
listen, a lot for unpacking, and I'm just gonna give her legs a hug. I mean, I'll probably get like a
As you
waist.
go to give her a hug, her form is drastically different than the last time
Hmm?
you hugged her.
But it's still Kiara, and I just like big ol' hug. And when I pull back, I'm like, all right, I took a little look at your coin purse while we were hugging, just old habits. Somebody is doing just fine for themselves.
That is apparently pocket change.
Fuck me. All right, great. Sounds like we have plenty to not catch up on. Hey, how
Also,
long-
Kaizen, I do not appreciate not letting me play with a ruse for a short while. I was gonna rub him blind while he was pretending to rub me blind, but okay.
to be honest, that's
Match
kind of
made in
our love
heaven.
language. Anyway, how long do you have this thing for? Because we need to go on a little day trip to Doggedville.
Madam Elena, is there another journey you would like to make?
Remember, is the whole not saying that name thing that I had the conversation with you about?
You told me not to say that I had met you.
No, none of the name. None of it. Forget the name from your mouth. None of it will never come out.
I
Okay?
have forgotten your name. Excuse me.
Does
Who are you?
Elena and her face? Does Nova
Give me
recognize?
a brains roll to see if you can
Ooh.
identify.
Yeah, tell me whose body I'm in.
Honestly, like Clay might not like Clay. Just at this point, is not going to question Kaizen
13.
and wants it to be true, so is not going to analyze this.
It's fair.
With a 13, I'm going to give you a choice here. Either you knew this individual because you had bumped into them once at the university, or you just knew what this individual was all about, what their family was all about.
Family.
Okay. So, you recognize her face from posters. This is Elena Vero. She happens to have been a community outreach figurehead that happened to go down with the dregs of, Albion. Trying to remember my own cities. The dregs of Albion had been working on getting a reconstruction done for a sector of the city that had been destroyed due to malfunctions and potential malfeasance.
She was a philanthropist.
She was a philanthropist, yes.
Ha! I recognize your face. That's
Technically not my face, but also is my face. I don't really know how this works.
I'm sorry. That's gotta be weird. No,
Disgusting, actually.
Elena, did you say Veros? Vosh?
Vero.
Forget
Vero.
that. I see the robot.
Forgot it.
Yes, that name that I just said. There's a house. She's part of the. They did good things. They tried to how did you end up with? What's happening?
Again,
Well,
is it hard? I really don't
I'm
know.
guessing they're not doing a lot of good things anymore.
The good thing is apparently her body is now my body.
Okay, it's fine. This is
No,
not
it's not.
morally okay. It's not good because it's
Nope.
not. This is
Not
really
fine.
fucked up.
Nothing's just like this. Anything
Okay.
is fine.
Thank you for saying that. I don't want to be weird, but yeah, like I'm so sorry. Are you okay? Do you need a hug? Can I she just goes in for a hug.
Oh,
As you're hugging, the automaton there goes,
I do apologize for interrupting, but unless you have additional business for me, I will be returning to...
what's your rate for an express journey to
Doggedville?
Doggedville?
Yeah. Thank you.
Doggedville.
A rate to Doggedville would be 315 silver.
Use that
I'll
to
pull it
check.
out.
50 silver?
Hi,
Hold on.
rollers.
She just pulls out her coin purse.
This is an Uber Black, apparently.
Ooh.
XL as well. Wait, damn.
You give 315 silver over?
Yeah, sure, around there. It's not my money.
Payment accepted. When would you like to leave?
Now?
Now? Acceptable. Everyone, please on board.
You see the robot just around the vehicle, climb up into one side, and get prepared to drive it.
Kisses
Crimson
for
Maid.
Brownie.
It's not too late to bring Brownie. She doesn't need her body. So supple.
Did you say that out loud?
So glad.
I didn't
glad
say
I
it.
can't hear Abraxas. Hey, Crimson Maid, we're traveling in style for once.
Well, okay then, good. That'll cut out a lot of time.
Okay. Aren't you glad we waited the 5 minutes?
You could not have
is this-
possibly guessed
Listen,
this
I
was
know.
what was going to happen.
Crimson Mane.
Not. Yes, is it one that Patchy does not like?
The arch
Very
enemy.
much so, but is the only reason we know where Patchy is, and that mortal
Hypothetically.
danger.
Kiara-
Do you need to kill him and to torture him? Because I can.
Kiara, a bee
No.
lands on your shoulder.
Please, I don't.
Don't.
You see it like starting to crawl up towards the side of your face.
Okay, I'm gonna like try and intercept it with like
Get
a
it off,
finger,
get it off, get it off, get it off, get it off,
like,
get it off.
pick it off and hand it to
So go-
Nova.
you see it's just going.
I was just saying hello to our new friend. What? I don't want to know what I'm doing. What do you take me away for?
Because you're gonna get smushed,
Oh, that would not be good.
right?
Smushing does not sound like fun.
Smush it.
Smush it. Are you saying this out loud or is this in your head? I just need to know how to react.
You can't hear it, Braxis.
Okay, that's what I'm asking.
You
I-
need
that's
to
what
be
I'm asking.
nice. Nobody likes a meanie head.
It was a meanie head?
Oh, the monster inside of Kaizen.
Oh, right.
He said some really weird things about Brownie, but, you know, we don't need to repeat those.
I would have to agree.
All right,
All
so
aboard?
all
I
of
have
you
many
climb.
things to tell everyone on this journey.
We got a minute, right? We can
You
do some
climb inside the carriage, and the automaton like turns and rolls up the window and takes off back down the road. This thing's like jauntily bouncing down the road. There happens to be some pretty serious shocks on this thing, very large tires, and whatever fuel source it's using is moderately quiet. The engines on the back of the vehicle are just like puttering away.
So, like, if we just unplug the automaton, we can just take this afterwards.
I do not think that is how that works.
I do not recommend you attempt to unplug me.
Pretty sure it'd be really
Would
good.
never. It was a joke. Sorry.
It wasn't a joke. He was thinking of doing it.
That's
As a
okay.
real stick in the mud.
I just have to let you know because it's imperative that I do not harm any living being. That if you attempt to remove me from this carriage, I will detonate.
Ooh!
We have a bomb.
Alright.
We do. Convenient.
That's so sad. I kind of like this robot.
It's pretty alright. So I'm not one for tact in any way, shape, or form. Nova, you are in grave danger, and everyone else being around you is also in grave danger. Just want to put that out there.
Oh yes, super weapon apparently.
Wait, what?
Was that and
Nothing.
my loving girlfriend, who is not my girlfriend anymore, is friends with someone named Carver, who is looking for you and probably going to kill you, and she's also hunting you down because I may or may not have left against her will. So she's definitely looking to kill you and your brother?
I have a brother?
Apparently you have a brother.
Your family's just coming all out from the woodwork.
I don't
They
know.
are.
I mean, you grow up your whole dang life and none of them try to call or to send you a Christmas card or anything. And then suddenly it's like, oh, we're all going to kill you because of your family. It's like, well, shit.
Wait, was your brother in a time warp too?
I never met another brother. I mean, I've never met my parents.
But
Mom
that seems
talked to me
be
when
in
I
a
was
place
really
where Aurora could get to him, so probably not a time warp.
I guess a brother's
Aurora
just a jump to the
and
left and a step to the right.
Or Carver. I don't know which one is going for which. I know Carver is coming for one of you, and probably Aurora for the other, so I don't really... Either way, it is not a good situation.
Carver's bad news. But
I
actually,
assume
I'm
so, since
flattered.
he's, buddy-buddy with Aurora at this point. I just assume anyone who is actually a piece of garbage.
So, yeah, that sounds right. Nova is resisting urge constantly to ask you what happened again and again because it's killing her. But she's
Also,
not.
next thing on the agenda, I'm going to pull up a newspaper and throw it to Clay. Apparently you said Brownie is with you, but there is someone who looks exactly like Brownie who is in trouble with Zira, so there's that.
She throws the newspaper into your lap, and you can't deny that they look remarkably like her.
Is that her parents?
Seems highly likely.
Are they in jail?
Jill seems like a bit of an understatement. They're
being sent
taken
to
in
Shulk.
by.
Oh.
Jail's where they put people like me, but they're going where they would have taken us if the mind memory hadn't gone away.
So that was everyone, correct? Just really quick. Everyone just missed several months of their lives? Or was that just me?
Almost everybody.
Oh,
Okay.
everyone that we know, except for Brownie.
Interesting.
Because Chancellor, I think.
That could be it. I'm surprised Time Boy didn't also just not have to deal with that in any way.
Oh, he went on a great adventure with Nohu.
I did.
Nohu
Best
disintegrated.
friends. Yeah.
Yeah,
We lost no.
I mean, what? Oh no, I'm so upset.
I know he was gonna hit you
It is
really
a
hard.
tragedy.
I
and
knew
everybody
it was
should
going to be so
move
impactful for you.
forward. We should really hold a.
The
Oh,
bee
and
flies
Periwinkle's
over and
missing.
lands in Kiara's
Get it
hair.
off, get it off, get it off, get it off, get it off.
Pip!
I'm going to break it.
Are we going
Like
to
the
go
break-
over this every time Pip gets near you? He's very nice.
I have nice things to say, and she
I
doesn't
do not
want to listen to me.
deal with these.
Saying he has nice things to say to you and you don't want to listen.
I cannot understand him, so that does not help. I don't know if he has nice things to say to me or not.
Well, he
Say
can
the nice
understand you.
things. Say the nice things to me, Pip, and I'll translate, okay?
I like her makeup, and she smells like flowers. That's important.
It likes your makeup and you smell like flowers. Which is
Neither
true,
of those
actually.
were my choice, but I
Important.
appreciate it, I guess.
You do smell lovely.
It's the advantage of getting to shower.
Shower.
It was nice. Not going to lie to you.
Like Nova gets carried away.
Drooling.
by memory of
I
the
know.
shower.
Your cartoon drool, like.
So you're, so everybody here is a couple of hours away from the trip to Doggetville, sitting inside this carriage, kind of discussing and having these moments with one another. An odd
Catching
thing
up.
happens. As you are driving, I need Kaizen and Clay and Nova to roll tough for me.
What did I do? What did I break?
The Crimson made poison us! With
Oh
this
my
Carriage. The carriage is rigged.
No, the breakfast.
What are we rolling again? Tough?
Tough, yeah.
Okay, that
So,
sounds okay.
all three of you, at some point during this journey, suddenly become immensely drowsy. Nova and
Ooh.
Kaizen are able to overcome it, but Clay very quickly starts nodding off in the vehicle.
I would like to ace that. I didn't know if that failed or not. Can I
Okay,
ace?
you can ace it, yeah.
Right, because I have aces
You don't-
from the beautiful, lovely audience.
You don't want to be unconscious for another 3 or 4 episodes?
Oh,
You don't enjoy it?
sorry.
sleep.
That was
No,
not
no,
a...
you carry your body.
19, that time you overcome it. So all of you begin yawning and feeling incredibly drowsy.
I feel like I'm on drugs.
Did you do drugs without me? I actually have some
No.
probably on my person. Because they were in my bag that was given to me by a friend. I don't actually know what kind they are, so if anyone knows anything about drugs, I can give them to you and you can tell me what they are.
Hey, Kiara,
No.
would
Patchy
you, like
man.
would you like to stab Crimson Mane in the leg for me?
Sure.
You see him like
Stab.
turn over and you just stab him in the leg. Ah! Ow! Why? Why did you
What
do
was in
that?
the breakfast? What
I
did you
didn't
do that for?
Do anything to breakfast? What are you talking about?
Ooh,
I
yeah,
can do it
I was
again.
super sleepy. And suddenly, and we all had the breakfast. Kiara, you sleepy?
No.
Interesting, she didn't have the breakfast.
So
You just
the automaton in the front goes,
And all of you, please, do not cause any violence inside of the vehicle. It is not
I'll give you
uncommon for
100 more silver
individuals-
if you pretend you don't know anything that this is happening. Just turn around and keep driving.
It is not uncommon for individuals within a carriage to find themselves drowsy after a long drive.
I was about to say, I
Mm.
didn't eat any of the breakfast. I don't need to eat for a couple more days, so...
all of you have stayed up all night long. You've been trudging about, dealing with a lot of emotional stuff, and then you
Have
got
you
back to
stabbed-
town, had a big heavy breakfast, and then sat in a long car ride.
You know, you don't need to come at me like I get. Yeah, this
Leg.
is Clay's thinking after 24 hours
And then
away.
Crimson Maid's sitting there,
I'll
was
just
like,
and fix
"Ah,
Crimson Main's leg.
oh, my leg,
Sorry.
ah."
I apologize. It seems as though we got off of the wrong foot, but also now you know what I can do to you, so don't cross me.
Yeah, don't.
You know, listen, I am very sorry, but I mean, like you have like,
Oh,
do
no,
you at
no,
least
no,
see-
it's okay. I get it. It's all
Okay.
right. I
I see
understand.
Like-
Nova wanted to.
Perhaps
give
now
me-
you can be called the Crimson Limp.
Oh, that's a
Okay,
horrible
I-
name.
Okay.
Already.
Unnecessary.
So,
Probably not a PC way to say that, even on
That
Avalon.
was hilarious. If
So
it's fine.
Nova bandages up Crimson Maiden's leg, and
I'll
you
just kiss
continue.
it better.
There you go. You'll have enough time to rest before the rest of the drive, so you don't need to take that off there. So you heal up his wound with the assistance of.
And I'm gonna guess I'll maybe take a nap.
All right, and then everybody just kind of rests a little bit.
I
And
like
gets to
me.
say,
I guess I'm fine.
whatever.
I like cuddle
Um,
up on Kaizen and
After a while, the carriage shudders to a stop, and the automaton steps out and goes to the door.
You have arrived. Thank you for taking this service. May you find your way to the Miocenis Expressway once more in the future. Please,
Forget our faces.
if you can. Who are you? Excuse me.
It's not
Nice to
very
meet you.
good at that.
Would you like to take a ride on the Miocenis Express?
I'm
Uh,
over this.
How long?
I
will
want you
stay?
to break the shackles of your internment and fight for your
Hold on, do we
self-awareness
not want him
and
to drive us
overthrow
back?
your captors, huh?
I was just wondering, did we want to do the whole speech of please, become true to yourself after he drives us back?
Oh yeah, I didn't think we were gonna drive back. We usually don't
Okay.
think that far ahead. I
I
mean,
was
most
trying-
almost
I mean,
always something
really trying to do the
happens.
think far ahead thing now that I realize my life is in shambles. So I'm really trying to turn over a
gotcha.
new leaf in the whole
We have
thing.
so much to
figured
think
we
about.
just end up riding a bug or something back. That's usually what
That
happens.
also works.
How long will you
Right.
stay? We have an appointment, but might need a ride. We'll probably need a ride afterwards. How long can you stay for that?
There is a Myocenian Expressway outpost here within the city. You can find it at these coordinates.
Oh, perfect.
And he got like a little thing ticker tapes off. And he pulls it out of his neck and hands it to you. It has an
That's
address
nice.
on it.
Ew.
How long?
not.
How much silver is it to just keep you here, ready for the next ride? For the
100
next
silver per hour is recommended.
recommended.
800?
100.
100.
Oh,
I don't think that's worth having.
I have
I don't think
10
that's-
hours on me. That feels really gross to say. Does anyone want some silver? I don't like carrying around this much.
So, if you're physically removed from the carriage, you explode. But if you're shut down, you don't.
don't think they're
What were you
close to
saying?
that.
So you physically explode if you're removed from the carriage, but if you're shut down, you don't.
I happen to have a proximity location array. As soon as I have been removed a certain distance away from the vehicle or rendered inoperable, I will blow up, destroying the carriage.
Interesting. Tie
can
him
you
up to
put
the
him in-
carriage.
I was going to say, can you put him into your crack and technically keep him next to the carriage, but carry him in your crack to where we need, and then just push him out when we need him to explode?
I mean, I've never attempted such a thing. The crack comes and goes. You know, it's
I
crack.
just assumed you could
Got lots
hold
of ups
things
and
in your crack.
downs.
I just assumed that you could just keister something up into your crack and just take
Please
it back
do
when
not
you need it.
attempt to hold me hostage and steal my carriage.
While this conversation going on, can I just find like a vital component that I can just take out and that won't like completely ruin the carriage, but then I could just put back in and it'll work fine?
Give me a brains roll as you look over the carriage.
Yeah.
I look
Also-
around for a 3-story building.
Nat 20. With a
go.
nat 20, Clay, do you wish to have worked on these carriages in the past and therefore know what type of vehicle that they are and where they, operate or things like that? Or would you like to know some vital information about this carriage in particular?
Interesting. I feel like this is too nice for Clay to have worked on. Maybe he's used it or robbed from them. But so just about this carriage, I think makes more sense.
All right. As you're looking at this and looking it over, well, not only do you find a way to disconnect a power source from this, and obviously it can't move without it, you do determine two things. One thing, the automaton itself is both the engine and driving mechanism that installs itself in the front of the vehicle when it attempts to go. Two, there is a tracking device on this vehicle.
Good to know. All right. So I will take the power source. And
Please don't
We're
attempt
just
it
gonna-
here.
Is it an A-stone?
It is an A-stone housing unit. It's about the size of a thermos. It's full of magical energy.
wonderful.
Not
Well,
sponsored by Thermos.
and I'm gonna like throw it up and down like it's a baseball kind of thing. Well, there we go. We've reserved our spot.
Ooh. And it didn't blow up. Well done.
Right, and we didn't have to throw anything in the crack, so...
Also, we could use that as a bomb.
Crimson Mane
easier,
standing
yes.
to the side goes, can we go? And you need to be quiet and you need to stay low. Nobody can see where we go right now or we're going to be...
Nova is great at being quiet. It's great. She will not draw attention to herself in any way.
I feel like you're being sarcastic right now and I don't have the time for it.
No, she's right.
How's
I'm
your
really
leg?
good at drawing attention.
Well, cover yourselves.
Your leg.
Just quiet down and follow me. And he turns and starts walking through the alleys.
That is a
Nova
great-
brought a hood this time, by the way.
Okay.
So, catch you up on the plan, Kiara. It's classic. It's classic us. I think I might like maybe... Okay, Redman, how serious are we
Crimson.
talking as far...
Crimson.
Crimson, sorry.
Different type of red.
Right,
More specific.
we have just met. My apologies. How much muscle is going to be required to get to Patchy?
It depends
Obviously,
how loud
getting
you
out's
are.
a whole.
If you can get in without being noticed, I mean, we could be in and out pretty quickly, pretty easily. But if
Okay.
one alarm goes off, I mean, the last time I was here, this facility was full of, I don't know, 20 or 30 operatives.
Okay. So I think I would appreciate some backup, just like, but a good old-fashioned clay brand diversion, and then there's apparently, and you're gonna love this, there's a trash entrance. Get rid of that nice flowery scent that you didn't choose.
That's fair. Though I will miss being clean.
Well, it lasted almost a whole day. It looks
Is this
like.
not a place where nobility could just walk in and just...
Oh, the
demand
Vincier?
that-
Oh no.
Oh, never mind. Okay.
They're much more on the eat the rich end of the scale, I think.
Same, honestly. Can I just quickly reverse pickpocket 100 silver into both Nova and Kaizen's coin purse?
You're gonna give me an agile roll. Nova and Kaizen, give me an aware roll to see if you see
That's the
Kiara putting
best.
money in your
Oh.
pockets.
It's the best.
No, I'm dedicated to the bit. Are you
Well-
kidding me? It was not 20.
I mean, Nova's not gonna notice, but Kaizen will.
That's fine.
So
That's
you
fine.
immediately
Kaizen.
sneak 100 silver into Nova's bag, and you're doing the same thing, Kaizen. You just turn over and see her just drop something into your pocket. So you follow Crimson Mane until you find yourselves in a small alleyway. He opens up a tunnel that leads down into the dregs of the city. You climb down through that, heading through a couple of sewer tunnels, and end up at what looks like a nondescript wall. Nova got an ace from McSherry.
I did!
Yep. And
Okay.
as you have gotten to this wall, you see him go and reach inside of this little crack. There's a few clicking noises, and then the wall slides open, and then you see a large compound. And as you see that compound, you see flickering lights from within, you see energy in the distance, and this time Nova is aware that Kiara put money in her purse.
I
I'm rusty. It's been a while.
actually do not. I have the same. I'm just like, oh, okay. Nova will remember this.
And with that, we will go to our break. When we return, Patchy and crew are finally in the same location. And it has been too many episodes. So thank you, everybody.
Yeah.
We'll be back in about 10 minutes. Thank you for watching. Hope you've been enjoying yourselves. And yeah, get yourself a drink, get yourself a snack. See you in a second, right on the other side. Bye.
You're
Who
still
goes
talking to
when?
the audience, right?
The audience. Audience, roll initiative. I am about to fight all of you. Kaizen with the 26. And we got Kiara with an 8. And we got
How do I have an 8?
16, yeah.
No, I have a 23.
You
Yeah,
have
she got 23.
I was,
How
reading,
do I have an
I was
8?
reading your agile up above. I'm sorry.
I have a lot of agile.
Do I roll one too?
Yes,
Yes.
you'll be rolling as well.
Yeah, you have a plus 10.
And
That's
a
why I was
7
really confused how I could have gotten an 8.
for Patchy with a 7. Okay, first one up on the list is going to be Kaizen. Kaizen, you were standing outside of a stone-walled area. There happens to be a small metal flap nearby that looks like it could be pulled outward or pushed inward, but it comes up from the ground up, and then stuff floods out of it here into this area, and then gets pushed away by what looks like the tracks of a small automated broom or sweeping unit.
Hey, I am going to go up to said flap, and I am going to say, "Hey, Pip,
Yes.
do you think you could go up that shaft right there and see if it's clear and there's nobody up there, so we can quietly sneak in there without alerting anyone?
Oh, no, no.
Can you
no.
do that, Pip? At
No,
least."
No. No,
Wow,
it
Pip.
smells gross in there, and Moz says it's dangerous, and I have to go away now, because I'm teeny bitty.
Because you're tiny bitty.
Big
Big help, Maz. Thank you so much.
I could send in Stella.
Oh, here I am talking to bugs when you have imaginary friends. Let's send Stella.
And you
Well,
see
they're less
Pip
prone to death.
fly up and
Sure.
land on the wall nearby.
Goodbye, Pips. Enjoy your stay.
Pip, are you sure you don't want to, like, hop on in the hood?
No, I think it'd be bad. It smells bad in there.
That it does.
If only it was full of flowers.
Chaos magic?
What are you gonna do with chaos magic?
Right out of the gate.
All the poops turn into flowers. No. I think I'll just go ahead, maybe send Stella. Utilizing Steven's idea, Kaizen's plan there, but substituting Stella for Pip. Or Pip for Stella.
All right, so spend your overload, and then
Stella
Stella.
for Pip. Yeah, I said it right first time.
Stella goes and starts moving through the doorway. Give me a magical roll.
Okay. $22?
You see Stella as she starts moving forward, like it seems to come into contact with something that is causing her to be unable to move through very well, and then Stella just forces through this wall, this protective wall, whatever it is. So I will move you for now to act as her, so you can actually see what Stella sees.
Yay! Whoa.
So you move into a room, and you
my.
can see Skixon kind of moving about their business, doing various things in here. There's a bunch of engines, machinery, just kind of churning and chugging away. There's some mist floating up in the air around many of these machines, and there's a large causeway with a drop about 15 feet into a room below. There are stairwells leading up and down. You can see engines and machinery everywhere, and large orbs that happen to be emitting and radiating light and electricity. Probably part of that massive generator thing that they're talking about that this whole station's attached to.
I'm going to relay all of that.
You
Do I
see,
see
like,
patches?
Nova standing there with her eyes glowing white. It's like she just starts talking to you all.
The three-eyed crow.
Pretty much. Only I'm a two-eyed elf.
Yeah, hey!
At least I think. Yeah. Do I see Patchy? Or the lightning-y?
You do
Thingy?
not see Patchy.
I don't see Patchy. But can we get in there without being seen?
If you go through the little flap carefully at the right time, maybe.
Stop saying flap.
It's a flap.
So,
You're overusing flap.
Do we have to put a limit on flap? Like we have to put a limit on Steven saying daddy during Monster Hearts?
Maybe. We
Hey.
That is only allowed 3 flaps a game.
might. Yeah.
gross.
Sorry, buddy. That's all 3 for the night. Sorry.
You
That's a
get,
flap, not fap for the audience.
but you know what? Whatever gets us views. Okay, let's go. Yeah, okay. So yeah, if we utilize the thing
Patch?
that comes down, the patch.
Patch.
Hatch. I was like, patch
Hatch.
doesn't make any sense, Anna, but that hatch makes sense. At the appropriate time, we will be able to probably pop in there without being seen, but I don't see Patchy.
So, are we going to, what, split up? Are we going to get in there quietly and then we have no idea what direction to go?
Stella
use
comes
instant
back
kiss of
to you,
insight?
reappearing at your side as the ability
Why
wears off.
does everybody look at me funny?
You are kissing the air.
You're kissing your hair.
I'm
Your
kissing
hair in the hand.
Stella.
I do
Uh-huh.
not see anyone, and you might want to go get that checked. I have silver now if you want to go get that checked.
Honestly-
Money, access to mental health care.
Exactly.
Kara, I'm gonna just
Expensive to be
say,
healthy.
I'm just gonna say, I'm just actually starting to take both of them at their word because I have so much, but she's apparently just descended from like elven royalty. So like, so that's like one of the most tame things that is going on in Nova's life. So I believe that if she's making Casey faces at the air, there's probably something there.
Thank you, Clay. That means a lot.
Kiara,
You've come a long way.
You're up next. As you're all standing there, you see like lightning flash, and the lights in this area dim for a second, and then Crimson Mane to the side goes, "That was the bell tower. He might be in there. He might be getting shocked right now."
Let's go.
Okay.
Can I can I use my tiny grappling hook and rope to get up to the top of the bell tower right now?
It's not a bell tower in the traditional way that you would think of it. This is a large underground facility, and it's attached to the ceiling. So there's not really a way to get up to it. You have to go through the building.
Well, you said there was a basement and 3 floors. So
Yes, so technically there is a level that is considered the floor level, and then you have to go inside of it. Like, think dwarven masonry rather than what you would think of a city building. So it's multiple rooms stacked on top of each other inside of a space underground.
So the bell tower be at the top, though.
Yeah.
But it sounds like it's still underground.
Yeah.
So there isn't a way I could like pew my way up and then just like.
No.
Gotcha. I guess I'll go first because I mean I'm probably the stealthiest of the squad anyway, so I will go through the hatch. Because that's what I'm calling it, and refuse to call it anything else.
Okay. You go through the flappy hatch.
Better than enough flap.
You move over to it. Go ahead and move to the door,
Yeah.
and then you can use your movement distance.
Kaizen.
So you move over to there, and you can see inside. This is what you see.
Lord.
There are some Skixen in the distance that are, as you like open it up and look a little bit, don't seem to be currently looking your direction, but they are there.
What's the nearest thing that I can hide behind?
It would be the stairwell or the desk that is down here that you can see. Everything else.
Well, I was told bell tower, and in my head that means up. So I'm just gonna go up the stairs.
Well, that's downstairs. That's not enough.
Damn. Where's the upstairs?
You don't currently see it.
I'm really confused by this building. It's at the bell tower, which is the top, but she can't get to it because it's still underground.
So it's beneath us.
It's called the bell tower because it rings like a bell when it activates. It's not actually a bell tower like a church bell tower.
Oh, this is like a Nazi UFO thing.
Kind of like that, yeah.
Just resembles it.
A Nazi UFO. Okay.
The bell.
Okay, I'm gonna
Never
use
mind.
some of my
Yeah, nah, I got
movement.
Nazi
I'm gonna use
bell.
some of my movement to get behind that desk because it looks like it's only 2.
It's
Is that
2
far
down
away?
there. It's actually 4 to get
5.
there from
Yep.
there. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I will use 4 of my movement to get to the desk and scope out what I'm doing.
So you rush behind there and you see a Skixen walking up the stairs in the distance, one that is coming around the corner and working on some piping. Give me an agile roll to remain unnoticed.
But I heard upstairs, so I know where I'm going next.
No, there is somebody going upstairs towards this room from
What
the
the-
downstairs. That is a very bad roll. Okay.
I'm
Yeah, our
pleased.
rolls can.
There we go.
That is
so
a
much
21.
better.
Much
Thank
better.
you.
Nobody seems to have noticed you.
I'm gonna wait for more of my friends to join me.
Okay.
But I would like to use inconclusive insight to see if it is in fact Patchy getting electrocuted the, shit out of it. The large Nerf football-sized shits out of him.
You don't see anything here. You don't hear anything down below. You do hear something that sounds like a bit of a patchy, rambling, angry sound from up above. So maybe.
Okay. Up above. So I know I'm going up.
And that's
In this-
Kiara's turn.
Are you?
Nova, you went early and actually used your abilities already, so your turn is over now.
That's fine. I just tried to piggyback on Kaizen's turn, but I concede.
Actually, that
My
you still have a
turn.
movement action. If you wanna, you can
I'm
also
good.
move inside if you wanna try to do that.
Or alternatively, Kaizen should probably have a move.
Yeah, he's still got a move action left too. Kaizen, do you want to use your move action?
Person, we all going to go in there? Wouldn't that just make a
We're
higher
not
probability of getting?
No!
You are very snappy today.
We're not splitting up!
Well, fine. I'll go through the flap.
All right, you go through the
Right.
flap, and where do you
Get
go
that flap.
to?
Just peer right on in it.
Give us a direction. You can go over by where Kiara is. She's on a stairwell that leads downward, kind of hiding a little bit in that near a desk, in the hopes of not being noticed by all of these Hickson.
I am going to use my ninja cat-like reflexes and just quietly go over to the steps behind her.
Give me an agile roll to see how sneaky you are, Kaizen.
I'm on. This is terrifying.
Whew, 21 also. Nobody seems to have noticed you.
I'm gonna point you
Seems-
upstairs. Like,
Patchy, we have finally returned to you. You have captured all of that. You've been screaming for a while, and then suddenly,
Have you seen the thing that I sent you?
not yet. I'll look at it here in a second.
Can I be doing that and that
Let me
be
see.
the
What do we got?
what the electricity sound? I'm trying to. Yeah.
Yep. What do we
A
see?
maniacal laugh.
What do we see as we come onto this scene, Sinan?
I don't know if I well, let's say I've I don't know how to there's a lot of, I'll just put it like this. There's a lot of burnt residue of something on the floor, and Patchy's hands seem to be dirty. Because that no,
So,
I mean, I don't know if I should
Hickson
explain it.
comes
This
up
I don't
the
want to be
ladder
too gross.
and says,
I'm-
why does
I'm-
it smell like shit in here?
I'm gonna lie on the ground, pretend to be like twitching.
Nerf
Oh.
footballs.
Must have got him
Yep.
with the. Well, I guess I'll go tell the boss that he's dead. You see him start climbing down the stairs.
Help me!
Oh, he's not dead.
I'm not dead.
So, you
I'm not dead yet.
help yourself. You
he's
see him like reach over and he grabs a big long stick and like leans through with it and starts poking you in the side.
Oh, that's what. So no one's gonna come in. Okay, can I try to grab the stick and pull him into the?
You can
What
try.
about
Give me an
electricity?
agile roll. He attempts to, as he sees you move, and immediately tries to pull it back. Ooh, he got a 19.
What? What do you mean 19?
He got a 19. So he immediately yanks it back and goes, "You tried to get me."
No, if I don't get immediate medical attention, my heart will stop. You don't know how Hicks and biology work, you idiot.
I mean, we don't care if you die, and that's why they put you in here, right?
I heard your superiors. They want me to do the multiplication potion.
Well, I mean, yeah, maybe, but I guess not. I'll go ask somebody. And you see him like getting ready to turn and leave.
God, can I fling my last bit of excrement in the room?
Give me a brains roll real quick, Patchy. There's one thing you could do right now that would be rather effective.
Man, I made this place stink to make them think I'm dying, and they still don't come in. Aida! Wait, okay, I should have 2 more aces because you said there was another ace from the other one.
From
And the one
Tuesday.
from Tuesday. So
Yeah.
3, right? Okay. Let's say I just played that then.
Okay, here goes an ace.
Come on, yeah.
19.
Okay, there you go.
Patchy. That individual is only about 2.5 feet from the bars. Your potion will grow a tendril or a tentacle or a claw that will immediately reach that distance.
Okay,
If you can
yes.
hit them with that. No, not for you.
What?
If you use it on him, it'll cause him to be to reach far enough to hit the bars.
But I wanted to grow tentacle mantis arms. Fine!
You launch your brew. Give me a brew throw.
Brew throw? Oh,
Should be on your actions. Throw brew.
Okay. Oh. Come on.
Nat 20. Okay, with a nat 20, you are going to perfectly hit this target. So, two choices. One is that the impact of this individual will bust the cell door open, making it easier for you to escape. The other option is something that will benefit your allies, and that is that at a certain moment, there will be traps that are supposed to be sprung, and this will disable them as they no longer have power. So either you remove the power, or you open your cell right now.
But I can open my cell later too, since I can like reach through
You'll
the
have
bars
another
and shit.
chance. Yes.
Okay,
you'll have a
yeah.
chance.
Allies, I don't want people to die trying to save me, because then
Aw.
if I'm a dick to them later, I'll be a bigger dick and I'll feel bad about my dickery.
So I will let you roll on the random effects table just because he's gonna get one. And
Come on, be a good one.
what's the Brewster side effect you create in this individual? Do you have the table now?
Okay. So I just roll on this.
Yep. And we'll see what he gets. After shaking their head, the user finds they can only walk backwards. So he had started to turn away to go down the ladder, and this tendril bursts out of his back and hits the wall. And then when he tries to walk away from it and move, he just walks into the bars.
Making him closer to me. Great, I can even better reach him.
Lightning sparks everywhere, and you completely... there's no way for that character to survive that. And the lights all kind of dim and flicker, and there's manic cackling as Patchy has irradiated or completely electrocuted one Skixen, poor Skixen upstairs, and has caused it to damage the caging here, basically. So that is your turn for now, and when we return, maybe you can try to escape then.
Yes. It's gonna be a Harley Quinn situation. Go to try to rescue you, and already done.
Nova, we didn't get to you because Kaizen went, and when we lost track of things, and I'm tired. So you still had a move.
You hate me, I understand.
You still had a move action. Did you also want to move inside?
Yeah, I'll just slip right inside that flap.
Okay, you're going right in the flap. Got it.
Yeah. I'm gonna kind of try to mirror Kaizen.
Okay, so you got 2 move to get here and to enter the door. You see Kaizen around the side. That would be... You have 7 total, so that'll put you here. Come in here. Thank you. No, get over here, Nova. Nova,
what are you doing to me?
Get off the wall, Nova.
Stop it!
I've
always been off the wall.
Why are you not,
dude,
moving there?
I'm not disco dancing, but
all right, there. You're in the right spot now. But give me an agile roll as you attempt to remain unnoticed as well.
I feel like I'm gonna fail it with that movement that I was doing right there. Oh, no, I'm
Nat 20.
Wow.
Holy crap.
Okay, I'm just gonna do exactly what Kaizen does, and then like disappear.
So as you move into this room, Nat 20, you want something that benefits yourself greatly, or something that will benefit your allies in the moment. The beneficial part for yourself is that Nova realizes that you are able to cloud the minds of those around you, giving you +1 to all stealth rolls in the future. Or the one that benefits everybody is that when you come inside of here, you can potentially help someone else and not be noticed if they have to make a roll and try to avoid being noticed as well.
I'm gonna have faith in my allies, and I'm gonna take the plus because I think that actually benefits my allies more if I don't get caught every 2 seconds.
All right, so you have snuck in, you are unnoticed, and on your sheet, under your notes section, put +1 to all stealth rolls related to mental clouding. And now...
I'm comfortable with that level of mind control, to be honest.
Now it is Clay's turn.
So first thing I'm going to do is turn to Crimson Mane. All right, real quick. Should have asked you this earlier, but just thought of it. Can I have a few signals or codes that might indicate that I'm, an informant or associated?
Oh, yeah. He gives a bunch of hand signals that he attempts to have you memorize. Give me a brains roll or an aware roll.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yep.
You think you got it?
Yeah.
Never a good way to phrase that.
Well,
You think
we're
it's-
gonna need these aces for later, so we're just gonna take that 5 and be thrilled. So I will then. I think what I would like to do, because I know I'm not that stealthy, is I'm gonna then use my move actions to like get like to the very end of where this hatch like device is, and then kind of hold that movement and then go once I know everyone is like solidly in, so that if I fumble it, everyone, when they turn and the exclamation points appear above their head, they're not looking at my companions as well. They're just looking at me.
All right. So where do you go to? Go ahead and move your character towards the door.
Sure. So I can't actually like see what's going. Okay, gotcha. Here, I need to be able to actually see.
All right. So you step inside. That
Gotcha.
would be 4 movement. You have 1 left, right? Yeah, 1 left.
Yeah.
Currently
So
not
I think
noticed,
I-
but if you take 1 more step in, you need to make an agile roll to remain hidden.
Yeah, so what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna basically hug the inside of the outside of the door,
Give me
and just
an
wait.
agile roll real quick.
Okay. No, I meant on the other, like outside.
I know. As you move over to the flap and look inside, give me an agile roll. You feel a very strong push from behind, and as you stumble through the door, you hear, sorry, and then the door slams shut and locks behind you.
That fucking son of a bitch cuckolding asshole.
As Crimson Mane
I'm
locks
not
you
sorry
inside,
for stabbing him.
as Crimson Mane locks you inside, there is
I'm sorry for healing him.
we see from the outside door, he slams on a panel to the side of the flap, and alarms begin blaring inside the facility, and you see a mist start coming down from the ceiling. Electricity
Is this not
shorts
a booby
out.
trap?
Electricity shorts out at that moment, and the mister stops suddenly.
That was lucky.
Great, well, this-
As the alarms go off, you see all the Skixen nearby looking. They look up at the mister. They see all of you. Well, they see roughly where you're at as they look over this
Don't have to
direction.
play nice anymore.
And
well, they
they
see
get ready
me.
to. Yes,
right?
they
don't see
currently
them.
currently see you, Clay. Not everybody else yet.
Great. That's all I need.
And on their turn, they will be coming towards you. Kaizen. Clay
Well,
got locked in. The alarms
have a
begin
second
blaring inside here.
I can now do?
What's that?
Do I have a second action I can do?
Your first action was moving into position. Your second action ended up being taken from you as you were shoved by
Okay,
surprise.
gotcha. Sounds good. Please.
So the ring is gone.
The ring is
So
gone.
no more invisibility. Sad day. Well, I guess I'm just gonna go upstairs.
It's downstairs.
Or I'm just gonna go downstairs.
Okay.
What's happening? It's like the fucking labyrinth.
Yeah, it's like that painting where the staircase is just going. Oh yeah, the left. Yeah, yeah. Okay, well I'm gonna go down the stairs then.
Kaizen goes
See where I can have a hide.
downstairs
Ooh,
And
is
ends
David
up-
Bowie here?
inside of the other room below. So you've moved down. Where do you move to down in here? What are you attempting to do?
I don't know. I only see
see-
blackness. Oh, there's something.
Yeah, you see these large engines nearby. You see a huge cauldron furnace, whiteboard filled with mathematical equations and some sort of formulae. You see a bunch of alchemical ingredients and stuff that probably belongs to Patchy, or at least similar to what Patchy uses down here.
Aiden or Abraxas, do you see anything that could be helpful down here in this moment?
You ask Aiden or Abraxas.
Yeah,
Choose one.
preferably more Aiden, because he did all the research in the labs and shit. He'd be more in the
You
know.
reach in to speak to Aiden. He will look at the supplies and those things that you have over there. They're an alchemist set. It would be useful for someone who knew how to use these things.
Damn it, Patchy. I'm gonna grab it, and then I'm just gonna hunker down between that blue glowy thing and that large cylinder.
All right, so you rush over there after grabbing the alchemist set, and you just kind of wait just to see what happens next.
Also, does Patchy even know how to use that anymore? He's not an alchemist, he's a Brewster.
The ingredients in
That's
there are
close.
relatively similar. It's the same kind of stuff he uses for his roostering.
Convenient.
How convenient.
So Kaizen's turn
Probably
is up.
requires tough, but probably requires tough now or something.
Probably.
Require more
jeez.
Vespine
Let's
gas.
see. What's
Kiara.
your lowest stat? Actually, yeah. Is it brains? Is -1? How did you manage
You
that
require
as an
minerals.
alchemist?
So Kiara, it is your turn.
I'm gonna first look at Nova. I know you want this all to stay together, but Patchy's upstairs, so I have to go upstairs. And then are these things in the middle, are any of them tall enough that I can climb to get a vantage point and maybe not be seen?
This one over here goes all the way up to nearly the ceiling in the room.
But that's so far away.
It is. The other ones are mostly down below. The one with the golden balloon-looking thing here.
Yeah.
That is sticking out above the holes, the open holes in the floor.
Can I use my grappling hook to try and get me on top, like, onto the side of / on top of that big thing that goes almost to the ceiling?
Let's see how far. What is the range of your grappling hook? Because that
don't
is
know.
9 away.
If
it's just a
Oh,
regular-
distance 6! Damn
Yeah,
it.
you'd have to move forward 3 first.
And Nova's not even mad because she's just shocked that you acknowledged her feelings.
Bro. Before I leave, do you want to come with me? Because I'm about to do something really dumb, so it's really your choice.
Okay. Let's go.
I'm gonna bring Nova with me, run 3 feet, grappling hook us to the top of that.
Woo!
Okay, so you run forward a little bit. Give me a strong just to see if you can keep Nova.
Strong. Can I argue literally anything?
Nope, you're trying to carry her at the same time. That is
I
not going
was
to be good enough.
bringing her with me. I wasn't carrying.
Well,
I
you're
guess
gonna
into
hold
the
grappling
top.
hook and then hold on to that while grabbing her in some Indiana Jones style.
I'm
That
gonna
requires
just-
some muscles, Kiara.
No, yeah, and I don't have those. Damn!
Ah,
Fuck.
And I
Five.
really can't help because I'm afraid to roll because I have a -4 strong.
I mean, you could grab on and try to assist still, but a 5 is pretty much
Do it.
abysmal.
What's the
Unless-
worst that's gonna happen? Get less?
Sure.
So Kiara like raises one arm out, fires off that grappling hook, immediately
Looks like
attaching
a-
it to the ceiling, and then like hand just whoops slips right past yours, and you see her just go zhee through the air in that direction towards the.
Kiara got an ace.
Kiara did get an
I got an
ace from
ace?
McSherry.
Hell yeah.
You can use that
Let's
again.
go.
See?
Honestly, that's much nicer. My first thought as a GM would be the grappling hook goes and you stay. You just lose grip with the grappling hook.
That's a critical
Kiara,
fail.
this time you're able to hold on to her, but it's like Nova starts slipping and like sliding down the side. You're like holding on real tightly, and you launch yourself over. Give me an agile roll now, just to try to land on this without dropping Nova. Nat 20. All right,
I feel
so-
like cradled at this point. You just land with no arms.
I'm gonna give you the choice again. So you could land here without being noticed by the enemies yet, because that's a pretty big display. So the option is to use the distraction that was causing the confusion to kind of zip past and nobody quite notices you. Or you find, like Nohu, that you're an expert grappler and you gain +2 to all grappling rolls in the future.
Ooh. So here's the thing: is like part of me, yes, I really do not want to be noticed, but also like I want someone to acknowledge that was really cool.
I saw it was awesome.
That is true. Nova did acknowledge. So we're gonna just stay hidden and hope, let Clay take the heat, and Nova and I will be standing on top of this large copper tube.
So what does it look like, Kiara, as you expertly keep Nova from falling off the edge?
I think it's like it's Kiara makes it to the top. Nova's like hanging on, fingers like white knuckling just the edge. And Kiara's just gonna be like, oh shit, sorry, and like reach down and just pop you up, maybe even like a little bit too far, and like one of those pull you back too. So like, okay, sorry, I've never done that before. It was really fun, but also maybe we should never do that again. I realize I'm very weak.
Yeah, I think both of us could use some like arm days.
Sounds good.
So you now
That's
notice
cool.
there's a rather significant amount of Skixen in the area that you can all see from that position. It is
This is
now
vantage point.
Nova's turn. I'm going to say that whole jaunt did use one of your actions to help you get there with Kiara. but you have one remaining. Is there
I
something you would
literally
like to-
did nothing. No, I'm basically just gonna assist Kiara.
All right, so you're gonna wait and
Because
assist
I'm-
Kiara.
I did not have a plan once we got up here.
Oh! Well, okay, where's the next step? Like, to get
Stairs. To
Stairs?
get Patchy. There's a stair. He's up. I heard him screaming
up?
and ranting, and he's up.
So
Give
I will
me-
grab Kiara's arm and start running up the stairs.
Well, give me an aware roll so you can determine where the stairs are, because she went up there to try to see where the stairs might be.
Yes, that was to get advantage of where the hell we were.
Nat
Nat
20.
20! I see the shit out of them stairs.
All right.
They're like literally right there.
This is the power
Two-
of this is the
two
power
options.
of redemption arc.
That's
two,
right.
Two options again. One is you can keep up your stealthy maneuvering and not be noticed as you travel. I'll allow you to take Kiara with you, but she'll still need to make a roll. Or you recognize roughly the layout of this facility because there's a similar power station back on Avalon with the university that you've been through. You remember going through it as a child when you were on a field trip.
Really weird field trip, Noah.
My mom was weird, okay? I got homeschooled. Will Kiara just need to roll to see if we get seen now? But we
No,
already
when
passed
you
that.
move, when you move next.
When we move again?
I have a +6 agile, so not cool.
Yeah, I mean, I have a plus, I have a 2. So.
You're out in the open now, though. It is a bit of a harder roll.
Okay, well, hopefully not. I don't know. Knowing the rest of the layout seems like beneficial for one grabbing and then escaping.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. I guess we're gonna literally roll the dice and chances. Hope we don't get seen, but have some information about the place.
All right, so there is
And thanks, Mom. I bitched about that, but you know what? It's a
There
good
is-
field trip.
a spiral staircase inside of this room off to the side that leads up to the next floor. Inside of that floor, there is an additional stairwell and then a ladder that will lead up to the bell tower. So you need to go that way to where I've pointed on the map in order to make it further up.
That away!
You can see that there is a Skixen inside of there that is now grabbing weapons and starting to move towards the door right in front of him.
There's a Skixen getting weapons.
That is okay. I can kill him very quickly.
Maybe we just incapacitate him because they're probably brainwashed.
I'll think about it.
All right,
You really have changed.
that is your turn.
It wasn't it yet.
So the one Skixen that was in there walks out into the hallway.
Oh, perfect. Now he's not even a problem.
And
go behind.
the two of you are still technically hidden, so I'm not gonna make a roll on that. The only one they can see is Clay. So the individual like turns over and then just kind of points at the others and towards Clay, noticing that the gas canister things aren't going off. You see him turn and take his weapon, put it between his teeth, and start climbing the wall, heading towards the canister just to see what's going on with it. Where are the other ones? This one walks over towards Clay. Another one
Can
comes up
I
the stairs around the other side. Hold on,
just-
it's not your turn.
I don't
yet.
want to do my turn. Can I just like put my hands up to make it clear I'm not going for a weapon? That's all I want to do.
Yep, you put your hands up, and the nearest one that comes over to you goes, "You're not her." He looks over to the other one and goes, "Yeah, we don't need this one. Boss said we're only looking for the elf." And you see them both raise weapons and point them at you. All right, 2 gunshots go off.
Wait, I don't get to do my. I figured on my turn I could interact with that, but no.
Nope. You now get the idea that you've been set up this whole time. It was all a ploy to get
Sure.
the elf,
For
in this
sure.
case, Nova.
Mother fucking Crimson Mane. Oh my god. Every time I feel bad for treating him like shit.
This fucking
So,
guy.
There is a 12 and a 16 to hit you, Clay.
Okay.
What do you attempt to do? What you want to use a reflexive? Do you
I'm
wanna...
gonna take just a defense roll on the first one because
Okay.
because they didn't roll amazingly.
You're gonna get hit on that one.
Nova
Okay.
always kind of wanted to be popular as a kid, but this isn't what she had in mind.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the hit. I'm gonna
Too
take the
far.
hit.
All right, first shot hits you, and you're gonna take 5 points of damage to your left leg.
Okay, I'm gonna just take that on the chin for now.
All right, so you just get a grazing wound.
Why
in
do you
the
have a
leg.
chin on your left leg?
The other attack, was there something
Yeah.
else about that?
And so, oh yes. So at that point, sorry, I have to think of something, but I'm going to use "How are you?" So when the scoundrel and their allies fail something important, dangerous, or potentially threatening, so I would say getting shot, I can use the ability. So I'm gonna just yell out, "You're missing out on a great business opportunity!" And anyone who can see or hear me has 3 distractions for a round.
All right, so you've hit all of the Skixen in this room with 3 distractions suddenly as they kind of stop.
And just to emphasize it, I'll pull out. I'm gonna move past my intact Peacekeeper badge with like the name still on it, and I'll pull out a shot through Peacekeeper badge that has like pig written in halfling on the name instead, and like toss it onto the ground.
All right, give me a charming roll, and we'll see if you not only cause distractions but possibly cause them to halt in their offense towards you at the moment.
Please, Clay, tell us about your pyramid scheme. Sorry,
It's
multi-level
11
marketing
north.
scheme.
Ace in that.
That's
Is
a
it hair
14.
care?
So 1, 2, 3, 4 of them have to roll against you to see if any of them stop at the moment. 1, 2, only one of them seems to be like, okay, hold on, let's just. The other ones are like, no, the boss said.
Fair. Wait. Hold up. Yes, I would like to use actions of Scoundrel because I'm being caught in a lie that could be life-threatening to gain a free ace.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna give us one more shot.
All right, give us another
Because
roll. The enemies aren't
this is-
re-rolling, but you will be. That's funny. Okay.
Thank you, dice gods, for
Your choices
Once.
are that this will halt the current attack that was in progress, meaning you won't have to roll for it at all, it won't cause you any damage, and these individuals will be willing to talk. Or you can keep the opponent's attention so much that they will all come towards you, still potentially dangerous, but will allow your allies to slip by without being noticed.
Yeah, I need them to slip by unnoticed.
All right,
That's the
so
whole point.
Clay is creating a diversion for everybody else at potential risk to life and limb for himself. But the attacks for this round have ceased on
It's
you.
a Monday, baby.
So you at least will have one free round of no attacks. Patchy, we're back to you. The cell has been damaged, the power conduit has been weakened, and the energy going into the base and into some of the city up above has lessened. You begin hearing the noise of an alarm not only downstairs, but upstairs going off too, as you have just disabled one of the energy sources for the protective field around the Peacekeeper base.
What? Wait, how do they know? Oh, man, I was hoping I wouldn't get attention. Shit. By the way, before I do anything, I just want to point out, I think my portrait in the stream is a little wrong because I don't have -1 brains. I have 3 brains. Patchy would never be would caught dead with fucking -1 brains.
that
is
makes more
impossible.
sense.
I am a genius.
We'll adjust that in the future. I'm not sure how that happened there, Patchy, because
Telling me
your
I have
stats
-1
changed
brains.
when you were whatever.
You're telling me I have -1 brains. You got -1 brains.
Your toughness is supposed to be increased as a Brewster, but whatever.
Well,
Did you
then I
just
should
get
have.
goofy?
I should have succeeded in many of those pass rolls. Then, huh?
I'm not the one that changed your stats, no. You shouldn't go onto your character sheet and change your stats. Anyway,
I
your
would
turn.
never
Go
put
right ahead.
-1 to my brains. But yeah, I'm gonna try to reach and grab. Wait, how do I know how I can disable this thing? Do I do this dead thing in front
Give
of me?
me a brains roll as you get closer to it. The electricity coursing through it is damaged. The door itself seems to be not as great as it could be. 21. Patchy, you need to, and he's got, all of your stats are wrong. That's really weird. We'll have to fix that because it does have your courage up there instead of wisdom too. I just notified that by strat. Patchy has never been courageous, he says. Anyway,
I am courageous. What you talking about? I'm just wise.
There are a series of wires that are currently fused to a section of the door from that electricity that you believe, if you shorted them, might actually pop the lock off. You can do that in a couple of ways. You need to have something conductive hit the two locations at the same time, like metal strips or liquids or something.
He wants you to pee on it.
Yeah, I'm gonna pee in my cauldron and throw it on it.
Good idea. You wouldn't want to pee directly on the electric fence.
Yeah.
So Patchy turns, urinates into his cauldron, and then just dumps it across the door.
Oh my god! I need to deep clean this when I'm out of here. Does the Aether land cleanse pee residue when I put it there? Because
I'm pretty sure you're just gonna add that into your brews in the future.
I'm gonna cook things in this while I'm here. I need my potions. Oh god!
You spit and hair and sweat in there anyway. Like, different.
So you launch you launch that liquid all over the door frame, and you just see light just zerd through it again, and then the door itself bends and falls off the hinges.
All right, I'm gonna strip this guy for everything he has. I'm gonna try to pretend to be Vincier. And
okay, give me a werewolf.
Would there be polymorph dwarves in this place?
There should be, but you don't know because you're up here and they're all down below you.
Wait, what did you say I was at the roll?
And a werewolf, so you can try to make yourself look like him.
Come on,
Hey, you make a pretty good outfit, you think?
Oh, no.
All right, an ace. That is a 14. That's better. So your opponents will have to beat a 14 to see through your disguise. So you strip the individual, you move, pull their clothes on. They've got a pistol on them that you now have.
All right. And I'm gonna also try to pick him for pieces for ingredients.
And you can gather one of your Brewster ingredients, one of your special ingredients off of him. What do you want to take?
What does
he have? He's a bit charred right now. He's got some bones and skeletal structure. He's a Skixen. He's got one loose eyeball. I don't know.
I'll get charred skin flakes.
All right, so you have
can I try to rip one of his ears off?
Sure. So you have a Skixen ear and charred skin flakes.
Where's my red flag sign?
When it comes to your special stuff, you can only get 2 unique ingredients per episode. So you have both of the ones that you can get for the episode at the moment.
Okay. All right.
So on your first section of your sheet, unique items, 2 is now listed down there on the front page.
All right. But even though I'm disguised, I'm gonna try to hide my way through this because some of these idiots might know what I look like. Even though I'm now Sparky, the Vincier. Remember?
All right. So you head down to the next floor, Patchy. I don't know if I can actually do it this way. And where are you at? As you come down the stairwell, you now see that there's a bunch of Skixen that are down here that have just been kind of wasting some time, having some lunch, playing cards. And as you step down the stairs, they turn and face you. And all of them now need to roll to see if they see through your disguise.
Hey, Vincier members, it's me, Sparky. What's up? Oh, shit.
Hello, fellow youths.
The first one looks at you and is like, hey, how's it going? The other one looks at you and goes, yeah, it looks about right. The other one goes, no, you idiots, that's Patchy! Get him! You see him turn to come after you.
I'm Sparky! I just joined the week ago! Wait a minute. Wait. You guys, wait. You know, that guy might be Patchy. He might have done a polymorph portion. I heard that he got a polymorph portion that turns him into
other things. Skixen rush over towards you and immediately try to hit you with the hard end of their rifles because they're trying to knock you out.
I mean, he doesn't even get to roll. That was a pretty clever retort.
They saw through his disguise. And he just came from a room where there was only one other guy that just went up And
Can
then
I
lightning
argue my
went
way
off.
out of it? Can I like?
You can't in this case, unfortunately.
Well, can't I? Can I make
There
a
were
potion?
only two
Can I
people in
make
that
up?
room, right? That
Can I
is
make
fair.
Yeah.
That is fair.
Can I use the skin flake since it had some of my potion in it?
Do you have a reflexive potion you can make at the moment? Because I don't think you have reflexive potions.
What was the reflexive potions?
The only ones you have are crystalline, but you haven't made a potion to use that way right now.
Of course, chaos could be applied in this case, correct?
Not to make reflexive actions.
No, but I was hoping since he's got like the charred skin and has residue of my potion.
Use that to make a potion when you have an action to use it.
Right.
But you
can I try to slip away from them, like dodge them?
You can attempt to dodge. Use your defense roll as the two of these come at you. So the first attack is a 14. The second attack is a 7.
Well, screw them. Defense roll. Where was the defense?
Just underneath your portrait, near the top.
Oh, right. There it is. It's a fucker. Yeah, fine. I'm
So you got a 12, and the opponent got a 14, so that's one is going to hit you. Now you're going to roll to defend against the second one. Second one you have to beat a 7, so much lower number. Yeah, you're able to get out of the way of the second one. So the first one comes in and just hits you with the butt of the rifle, and it's going to deal 10 damage to your right leg.
Ow!
So, do you wish to take a wound or take 10 damage to your health? Or you can use your armor to deflect half of it.
Oh, wait. Do I have armor on right now? I
You're
thought I was
wearing
stripped
your-
in. Oh, yes. There. I'll deflect half of it.
Okay, so you're going to take 5 damage.
All right.
So that'll put you at 9 out of 20 health. Not great, but, you know, you still got some room to go. So, smacks you, it hurts, and there we are. That is your action. The other
Could I
one
stick
misses.
my cauldron on one of their heads in case they faint out of the smell of my
Wait till
hiss?
your turn, and then we'll see what you can do. Clay, you've drawn the attention of everyone down here. One of the other Skixen kind of walks across the distance, and out of curiosity more than anything else, just like signs out to you, what are you offering?
I'm gonna drop the weapons that are not my only weapons, but the only ones that are visibly on me, and I'll sign back. Well, the way I see it, you've got me where you want me, so you could try and find the elf that I know exactly where they are, but the instant this trap went down, you think they're gonna stay here? Or you could all of a sudden have a guaranteed way of getting to her. I mean, someone she trusts, someone, I mean, surely whatever reward you're getting for this, a little bit can be hawked my way.
So you're offering to sell out your friend to them.
That's what I'm saying to them.
Give me a charming roll.
Yeah. No, this isn't diplomacy. I'm not gonna try and guess that one.
21 to 22. So you narrowly...
Is that with a -3?
That is not with a -3. So you are able to succeed at making them think that, or this individual at the very least, that you're willing to sell out your friends. Crimson Maid said he'd have the entire bunch with you, which means they are somewhere in this building. Tell us where
Not
they
for long.
came in, and we'll let you go alive. Give me a aware roll.
Yeah, you got it.
11. You think that he's lying. You're not entirely certain why, but you do see something that resembles hate on his face as he looks at you.
Gee, I wonder why. Yeah. Okay, we're starting to get somewhere. How about this? I'd be happy to walk there with you.
Oh, you'll walk there with this. Isn't that right, boys? You see everybody like turn. Some of them start pointing weapons at you. Just
all right, but if this is gonna work, because listen, we can make this a mutually beneficial arrangement, or mostly for you, right? I understand the position I'm in here, but can at least not the guns pointed at me. I've already dropped my weapons.
I'm
All right?
sorry. We'll keep those on you. We don't trust outsiders, you see, but lead us to where your friends are, and everything will be fine.
Oh, actually, one thing I would like to do as well is I'm going to spend an overload since I just succeeded a social role. Does this individual look like they're kind of a leader at this point? Like
you don't know.
kind of
They
like
seem to be
leadership or
holding a
something?
little more sway because the other ones have stopped and listened to them.
Yeah, so I'm going to use Slippery Eel because I just succeeded a social role on them. I'm going to get opportunity on them.
Mm-hmm.
And then this just popped in Rob's head, and sometimes those decisions happen because I have snap decision. So as we are walking that way, I want to, as I'm walking up, I want to grab this leader, knife to throat, and put him up like body shield, and we're gonna have a different negotiation once we resolve that whole shenanigan.
So everybody's surrounding you, and you're going to attempt to knife to throat this individual. Give me an agile roll as you do that.
Yeah, so I will get a +2.
The opponent gets a 5, 6, 7 total with the distractions. To your 13.
13.
So you're able to switch or move over very quickly and pull a knife to his throat. And as you hold him there, you see all the other ones just pointing the weapons at you. No, we couldn't trust a dwarf.
Oh, but you don't. Are you willing? I don't think so.
They seem to be just holding their weapons aimed at you at the moment and just kind of waiting. As you're in standoff mode, your scene fades as we move on. Clay is now surrounded by aggressive threats, holding on to one of their leaders, and hopefully not getting shot in the process. And we now move. Rob got an ace from Evian. Down below, Kaizen, from where you're standing at, a Vincier agent comes out around the corner and proceeds to start walking in your direction. Are you hiding?
Yes.
All right, so give me an agile roll again, just to see if he notices you. The opponent rolls to see you. Kaizen, does he do something that injures himself or that causes temporary blindness? One or the other.
Let's have him injure himself.
All right, so as he steps a little bit too close to the boiler and the cauldron over here, he leans in, and then you see that fur goes up. Shit! Fuck! Ah! He leans away from it, taking some burn damage. We'll do 2d4 damage to him. He takes 5 points of damage, stumbles away from it, just kisses his hand and curses at the damn thing, and doesn't notice you yet. It is now your turn.
McSherry and her gift subs.
Aw, McSherry, thank you very much.
Okay. So, as I'm looking at this with the red electrical area and the blue one and the turbine.
Aces for everyone.
Everybody gets an ace.
Thank you. I am going to take out my caltrops and I am going to throw them into this turbine.
You're throwing them inside to see if you can damage the equipment?
I am.
Okay, give me an aware roll to see if you can throw them into a location that causes any type of damage. Let's see.
Let's ace that.
Okay, okay.
Okay,
a 14
okay.
is minor damage to the gears and the machinery.
Ace it again, I got more of them.
Okay.
Why not?
Oh, it hung up
teetering!
It lied to you. It bounces off the casing of the machine as you throw these over, and they come.
It's gonna take all my aces, and I'm gonna die in this place.
Kaisen's using all of his aces to throw caltrops, and it almost rolled back to a 3 again. With the 19, you throw these into the gear well, and you hear it begin grinding and clicking, and it suddenly shakes and rumbles, and the whole station down here shimmies for a second. As everything goes dark, you see just the dim lights of everything nearby, and there is a malfunction occurring. The boiler is now starting to, you see the little gauge next to it starts raising up as it's getting hung up on this and overheating.
Excellent. Time to go. I will take my perfect night vision and run back up the stairs.
Give me an aware roll as you proceed to head towards the stairwell.
Really? Whatever.
Okay. 7's not good enough.
You were too excited about getting your Cal trip successfully in the fan.
I was.
You're
Jazzed.
running back up
Yeah.
the stairs, and you end up upstairs again. So we'll move you back to where you should be.
And I'll hide
now.
right back where I was hiding before I went down.
Guys, and you pop up to the top of the stairs, look over to the side, you can see a huge debacle in the on the edges of this thing. So you are currently holding the Skixen and trying to use them as leverage against their lessers or whatever, if this is an officer of some kind, Clay. Suddenly the whole foundation shakes, and as you are standing next to a open space, give me an agile roll to not bump into it and potentially lose your balance. If you roll poorly, you will fall down below, holding onto that Skixen.
All right.
Don't do that.
That is a 17.
Okay.
So the whole thing shimmies and moves, and then the grating that you're standing on, like, basically lurches a little bit to the side, and some of the metal bolts like strip and pop, and then the whole thing you're standing on just is no longer completely solid and is kind of rattling, but you don't fall off. The other Skixen nearby, there's 2 others on that same platform that will also be making rolls.
With a -3.
One of them twists and falls over and falls down below the 15 feet, smashing into the floor accidentally, causing 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 damage to him as he hits the bottom, landing on his shoulders and the back of his neck. The other one still stays there fine. Noticing the damage that is caused, there is now an aware roll made. 1 and 2. Nobody notices Kaizen yet. Kiara, you're up. You're on top of this thing. You see Clay surrounded by individuals, and at that moment, foundation rocks and shudders and starts moving, and then you see steam start popping up out of the bolts under your feet.
Since I can see Clay, I assume I could see the scheme conversation of, like, you're not the elf we're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
Can I use hidden rabbits to make myself look like Nova?
You could attempt to, but that's going to use your full action.
Here, take my wig. No, I'm just kidding.
Take my
She
wig.
rips her hair off. All right, give
That's
me.
fine. I'd rather there be 2 of us so we can first off do the Spider-Man meme, and also, in case one of us is captured, we can play that game.
So give me a aware roll as you attempt to disguise yourself as Nova. You reach into your bag, you grab some things. Kiara gets a nat 20.
I am Nova now.
So 2 options available to you as usual. One is that party-wise, you will be able to pass as the elf that they're looking for. It doesn't necessarily mean that it has to be Nova or whatever, but you'll be able to pass off as Nova in this instance, like, perfectly. They won't be able to tell which one of you is the actual target. Okay. 2, the one that is more personable, is that you are able to memorize faces and appearances even without necessarily looking at them, which will help you with all of your costumes or remembering individuals in the future, giving you a +1 to all of those.
But it's still a pretty, like, good Nova costume.
Yes, you still, I mean, that would mean that you'd have a 24 for them to try to see through it.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna choose the one I can remember faces really well, just because I'm not guaranteed, like, it's not guaranteed Nova and I gonna get caught, because we're so good. So, like,
right. So on
that's
your
like very
notes,
Gina-y of me from, like, Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Oops.
I was feeling it. I heard it.
on your notes, just put down that you are at +1 to all costumes or emulation or remembering faces. So Kiara, you spend your turn gussying yourself up, taking some makeup, things like that. And Nova, as she pulls back, you can see that she looks a lot like you.
Yeah.
Sorry, I know this is probably... The whole body thing is very uncomfortable for me right now, so if I don't look like me, I'm actually much more comfortable, but I do understand it's probably weird.
Aw. Okay. But it is.
All right. And that was Kiara's
It's
turn.
okay.
Nova, it is your turn.
Okay. Do we need to save Clay, or do we keep going to Patchy? I asked Kiara.
Patchy, Clay is fine.
Okay. Whew, let's go.
All right, so you hop down and begin running towards that door over there. Go ahead and give me your movement. You'll still be hidden, but Kiara, you will need to make an agile roll to stay stealthy. Otherwise, people will notice you running across the room.
Can you move my person? I am so super confused as to whether I'm up or down or.
No, my nat 20. I thought you didn't have. They didn't have to make rolls, right?
I had stated that Kiara would still need to make a roll
Okay, gotcha.
with the movement.
That's plus
That is an
That's fine,
18
yeah,
though,
that's fine.
so the opponents are all distracted. Yeah, nobody's able to notice you in the distance. They're busy with Clay at the moment and the whole collapsing.
Yeah,
everything.
covering Nova was the priority for sure. No problem. This is what. This
All right,
Yeah.
so you rush over and you head inside the door. There is some supplies in here, Nova, and there's a spiral staircase leading up. So that was your action for now.
Does it smell like burning shit?
A little bit, yeah, a little bit.
Or
Okay,
piss.
we're going in the right direction. And piss, yeah.
So
What?
as you rush over in that direction, give me an aware roll.
Can I do one too?
Yes, you can.
Hell yeah.
19.
21.
Ooh, no.
2 with Kiara. Kiara, you hear nothing.
You're busy looking at yourself in the mirror.
you're
You caught
Any
you
reflective surface.
enjoying that
Any
look.
reflective surface.
You, Nova, here. Somebody feed me, damn it!
Oh, gonna go to that voice
You
because
heard
they're
that
asking
voice.
for help.
Oh,
You heard that voice from downstairs, through the grate down behind and below you.
that's what I couldn't have been aware
It's not
of.
behind you.
Damn it.
It's behind me.
It's behind you as you went running past. You turn, you hear Felicia's voice, downstairs.
Behind you. She's
So-
there behind you.
Patchy more.
So I'm going to tell Kiara, like, go get Patchy, and then I'm gonna turn and I'm gonna have to get her because she asked for my help, and I have to. I like literally am compelled. I'm sorry.
Okay, goodbye.
Nova turns and
Don't
rushes over
split the
towards this area.
party.
If you try to go through this little tiny hole, there is a chance you could be injured. There's an electrical device here, although the electricity is variable based on the damages caused by Patchy just a little while ago.
And watch out for the boiler.
I'm just gonna like go.
All right, give
I'm
me
not
an
gonna
agile
think
roll
about
as you
it.
leap down.
Oh, that's an ace.
Okay,
That was
that's an
so
ace.
close to a 20.
Oh, rude.
Head empty, save cat.
That is a 16. You dive through like an expert swimmer, and I'll move you downstairs.
I like
oh,
Lara
no, the
Croft
whole
in
thing
Tomb Raider.
closed.
What happened?
It all closed on us.
I
It's back.
succeeded. Oh,
Nova, come here already.
would you stop fiddling?
There we go. I got you. Now I
Aw.
can move you to where you need to be. So you land right here, and you hear the sound of the cat coming from that direction, if you can see yourself on the map.
I can't. Okay, I'm still heading in the direction if I can. I actually can't see anything anymore.
As you smack down onto the ground there is a Skixen right next to you that has just burned himself and looks over and notices you. You're not supposed to be. You're her! And you see, like...
I have my hood on and I have hidden rabbits. Stop going so fast.
It doesn't matter. You're even if you're a Hume type individual, you've been brought in here, the alarm's been set off, and the trap's been sprung. They think you're the person they're looking for.
I am George.
I am not the Nova. you're
Oh,
looking for.
fine. Can I
Pretend to
attack?
be Kiara, it's fine.
You have used your actions to come down here.
I do not like anyone, and I am grumpy.
Let's be
It is
Jeff
his
again.
turn, so
I'm Jeff.
he turns, rushes over towards you, and then reaches down onto his belt, bringing out a stun baton, and tries to shock you with it.
I'm going
Oh,
to.
the electrical thing.
Woo! I was actually no. I was well. I'm gonna use Cosmo.
All right, he's got a
So-
20 to hit you, so
You got a 20 to hit me.
yes, Cosmo can absorb some of the damage reflexively after
Yes.
you get hit, but you can still roll a defense if you want to see if you just don't get hit.
I'm gonna do that. We'll do that.
Okay. Nat
bitch.
20. How many tonight? How many nat 20s?
That was the 5th.
The proper
And
amount.
most of them are
Yes.
coming from Princess
This is
Nova.
our
here.
house now.
No,
This
I've
is
only had
ours.
2. Sanan, I think, had a couple. Rob had there's been a lot.
Yeah.
There's
agree.
been a lot of
Oh.
nat 20s. All right. So
Yeah.
with a
But
nat
yeah.
20,
so far.
2 options to
I'm
yourself.
saving Felicia. Okay.
So the one that is more effective for yourself is that you are able to disarm the Skixen somehow. The alternate one is that in his attack, the weapon itself discharges and causes the door to unlock nearby.
So he would still have it, but the door would be unlocked.
Yes, either he loses the weapon or he unlocks the door but still has his weapon.
I'm gonna. When you say disarm, you mean like not like literally like
No, he
taking his
just
arms
won't
off,
have
but taking.
he won't
okay.
have a weapon.
I just wanted to check. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna disarm him.
Okay.
But I want it.
Describe how you disarm him. He swings this thing at you and tries to hit you with it to shock you and stun you.
She just and like goes to like kind of grab wildly at it and then grabs it.
And she twists, and now you're holding the stun baton in hand.
Poke him with it.
On your turn, we can do that.
No! The suspense.
Now!
No! We now move to Patchy's room, where the other Vincier operative that was nearby, seeing everybody gang up, moves in and tries to hit him with a stun baton.
God damn it!
This would be... Oh, he got a 24 to hit you.
Oh, no.
Patchy, you've got... What are you gonna do?
I mean, am I getting automatically hit, or is it actually my turn?
It is your turn. Well, it's your defense. You could roll a defense against it, or you can try to do something reflexively.
I mean, reflex. None of my abilities are really reflexive. I was, what? Can I try to like? I was hoping to. Can I pull one of them in front of this guy or something with my tail, since they're already like ganging up on not seeing it or something?
I will let you use strong as your defense roll instead, if you'd like. If you want to do that. Not too shabby. What did Patchy find?
Wait, what? My -4 strong instead of my defense?
Yeah, I'm just saying trying to strong arm someone in your way might be worse than just trying to dodge out of the way.
Okay, what do I find with my tail?
There's always the delay.
Some kind of defense item. So, well, I'll
you,
say
not
that
too
as you're
shabby, you're
there,
amazing.
you see this individual rush forward and go to swing this at you, and as that happens, the ground shakes and everything kind of wobbles for a second, and a piece of plating flies up into your arm off the floor. You now have a makeshift shield.
Oh, shit. Thank you. Not too shabby. And so I can roll the defense roll with this?
You can use a reflexive action to use the shield. It doesn't use a defense roll.
Okay.
Let's see. It'll be a 2+, so it'll be shield plate down there on your character sheet. You can now roll that to defend yourself with. Gives you +6. Still better than what you might have had otherwise, but you're still having to beat a pretty damn high number. You got it with a 25! The weapon comes in, and this little piece of like ceramic shrapnel with a little bit of wire on the end of it. Patchy grabs it and just blocks that weapon as it just bounces off.
Okay.
And
great.
it is now the individual's upstairs turn. They are facing down Clay. One of them has fallen down below, downstairs, and proceeds to start moving back towards the stairwell. So we'll see him in a moment. Yep, he comes right over there. Starts coming back up the stairs, kind of hobbling a little bit. The one behind you, now seeing you shaken, tries to step in and points his gun like right up alongside your head, looking for an opening. Are you gonna do it? You gonna stab? You have to prove that you mean business, or this individual is just gonna shoot you right now.
Yeah, I will press it. Like I see the gun as I move the gun. I will start like I don't want to fully stab yet, but break the skin.
That little drop of blood.
So give me a tough roll as you attempt to intimidate, forcing the other individual to realize you will do it. You will kill this person. And this Skixon rolls against you, and you beat him just narrowly with all of his distractions. He just goes and second guesses himself, and he points the gun down a little bit. He hasn't gotten rid of it. The one behind you now tries to take advantage of what's going on. Give me an aware roll to see if you can see what he's doing, since you're facing the wrong direction now.
Probably not. No.
Critical failure, Clay.
On me, please. No ally stuff.
On
What you got? Hit me.
So,
Did you have an ace? No more aces?
As
No,
you
I'm gonna
face
save those. I need
at this other individual, and the Skixon in front of you is
almost done.
nearly stabbed in the throat. You see him stop and tense up, and Adromech gives a Clay an ace,
Okay.
so you can attempt to reroll before
Sounds good. Woo!
Miss strat.
That's still a failure.
It's not a crit.
So not a crit fail. So a couple of you like turn towards that other individual, you stab into his neck slightly, and then suddenly someone's got you by the arm and is trying to pull your knife hand away. Give me a strong roll as a contested roll against the other Skixon who has rushed in to help his ally. He gets a 5 versus your 2.
That I will, Ace.
This is why you're the talker and Kiara is the doer. Stop trying to do things.
Although I have a -1 strong, which I think puts me ahead.
Yeah, I think you're one of the strongest people in the party, other than Kaizen. So you struggle with this knife a little bit, and you're now in a fight with it. So you're entangled with this other individual. The Skixon in front of you can attempt to escape on their turn and get out of harm's way. And Patchy, it is now your turn.
Okay. Where is the exit here? And
The exit is over here. Is a stairwell that goes downstairs.
Okay, now my plan A won't work, so I'll go with plan B. Now that I have a metal shield plate, I'm gonna like hold it on top of me and like crouch and like look like I'm like struggling and go make them like hoping that they'll just like think it's funny and will just beat on me a little bit on top of that, and not like look at what I'm doing underneath the shield. I'm gonna put the cauldron down, quickly put special ingredients to make hell broth with the ability that will make the ground slippery and down them, hopefully. Can I do that and throw it underneath and try to jump over in one turn, or is that all impossible and I'm being too crazy?
You could do that, but I'm going to have a series of rolls in order to...
No, wait. No, I hope to do that. Throw it underneath and slide away with the shield underneath my feet.
Use the shield like a toboggan to slide down the stairwell.
Very Link.
All right. So give us a charming roll to distract them from what you're doing, thinking that you're just, hiding under the shield.
-1 charming is not great. It's so hard. Don't hit me. I'm an old man.
And they don't seem to notice what you're doing from this angle. So you're down there, you feel like banging on the shield as they're trying to get you.
Respect your elders! I can't...
And then
my arm does not work anymore.
You throw slippery hellbroth potion on the floor. And let's see. Oily and slippery, causing all movement area to require Brewster level resistance, or they're downed, and causing a side effect when they fail. So all of them are right around you. You toss it on the ground and it just spreads all over. I will now make each one of them have a roll to see if they stay on their feet. 12. What's
and
your
the roll
Brewster
target
level?
is a 16. Am I correct?
Yes.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. All of them just fall down onto the ground, and you now need to roll a Brewster side effect to see what they are all hit with. Here you go, Patchy.
Okay. Oh boy.
And then you can attempt to slide down the stairwell. Otherwise, if you fall down, you'll end up having to deal with that. But user's musculature solidifies into a super material, granting +5 strong. All of them start hulking out suddenly around you.
But they're stuck. They're stuck in place.
They have fallen down currently. Yes.
Even the Hulk can get the slippies.
Don't I have a side effect thing?
You have side effect reject, right? But that's only when you're using it on yourself.
Ah, shit.
Chaos?
I mean, you could reach into chaos, but if you do that, then it could make things worse.
Could just get
Make them
bigger.
20 times stronger.
Or turn them into butterflies.
Oh shit! I made a super
brain bubbles.
Wait, I mean, if they're downed, but they can come
still have
back
to get up. Yes, so they're gonna be strong for the rest of the
I'm gonna
scene.
do chaos and then try to jump out.
Okay, spend what do you want? 1 application of chaos to try to.
So wait, what?
So with 1 application of chaos, you will get 1 re-roll on the Brewster side effect table to change what they got. 2 applications of chaos will give you 2 rolls, and 3 applications of chaos, and I will let you choose a side effect for them.
Okay. What's the roll target with the 2?
2 is 10 or higher than a 10 in order to avoid chaos rolls.
15 for 3.
And if I'm happy with the roll at first, but I pick 2 I can pick 2, but be happy with the first one, right?
Yes, you get to have a
Cool.
choice of 2.
I
if you
guess
want.
I'm gonna
Alright,
regret this.
So give me a magical roll and get higher than a natural 10, or you will cause chaos on top of
I'm
this.
so scared. I'm about to walk into a room with a bunch of hulks.
Oh, 21!
Yes!
All right, so Patchy, you reach into the Aether and cause this brew to react appropriately to what you desire. You'll get 2 rerolls now for the Brewster
no.
table.
No ratty hulks on my
You don't
watch.
want +5 strength on each one of these?
Yes.
The user's legs become tendrils, increasing their move by +2 and giving climbing move of 4. They can no
I
longer
don't
jump.
want that either.
The users let.
What?
You can re-roll that. I won't
Okay.
let it have the exact same effect.
Thank you.
The user
mental
divides
image
in
of this is
half,
great.
then becomes 2 copies of themselves, sharing a
I hate
consciousness
all of
going
these.
for the
great.
rest of the scene.
We got an Ursula one, a multiplying one, a strong one.
So,
Now, if
which
you
one
had
do
to
you
use
rather
3,
have? That they have tendrils and are no longer slippery and can move faster? They're super strong, or there's 2 of them.
Okay, but they're not expecting it, right? So, like,
Well, I mean,
how do they
yeah.
know to use their tendril arm legs, Ty?
It might take
I
a
mean,
second.
it
for them
would
to
be
get things together.
disconcerting for a little while, yeah.
But they're more likely to not catch up on me if they're copies of themselves.
They're likely to fall down again. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I'm gonna
each have
copies of
double
themselves. Copies of
damage.
themselves. Copies
All
copies
right.
of themselves.
You see them all just out of themselves. Now, Patchy, give me an agile roll as you attempt to slide down the stairwell on this shield as fast as you can. Success! And you slip and slide away. And you begin bumping down the stairwell. Ding, 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 ding.
Bye, suckers!
Oh, goodness. As we hear the yell, bye, suckers. Patchy needs to move to a different section of the map now. Thump, 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 thump. Here you are. Wrong thing. There we are. Patchy slides down the stairwell. Clunk, 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 clunk. And comes to a stop with 2 other Vincier in front of him. It's Patchy! What are you doing down here?
No!
Take him out!
It's not Patchy! It's not Patchy! Patchy turned me into Patchy! I'm one of the Vinciers!
We'll
My name
let
is
you.
Sparky!
We'll let you roll on that turn. Actually, yeah, one of the other enemies starts coming towards you. Give me a charming roll as you attempt to tell them that you're not actually Patchy. Even
I
though,
mean, Crimson Mane is on their side and got like Polyjuice potion, so like.
yeah, that does not succeed. Get him! He's trying to escape. He's wily.
Do we get new aces?
No, not
At
the
one
moment.
point, where that makes sure.
There's one. Not too shabby.
just
Gave
did.
Patchy an ace.
Thank you so much. Not too shabby.
And
Oh my God.
that's way
Ooh.
worse. So
But
no,
wait, but with the subs, the gift subs, wasn't that an extra
Yes,
ace?
we
there was
Yeah.
an ace from gift subs.
Yeah.
Yes. Not too shabby. I need this skateboard scheme. Come on.
I don't want to.
He's skateboarding down the
Oh my
stairs.
God! How? Why do I keep throwing the double same shit?
Patchy, you
God
slam into the bottom and it slides to a stop and you spin for a second and then this individual rushes forward and swings the weapon at you.
Can I do a cool little like flip with my foot to make the shield go back on my arm?
Give me an agile roll. Oh my
And be-
God, he got a 23.
Jesus.
Oh my god. Well,
Patchy,
I got a
you
5.
kick the shield and it slides across the room. Now you
And
can
hits him?
You can roll defense. Nope, it didn't hit him.
Oh, no, that's the no. He, there you are.
Ooh!
There we go.
Ha! You succeed! Just barely able to stop this attack from coming at you as you kind of slide out. Alright, well, then it is over to the other room where the individual that is there with Clay now tries to twist and bite your arm.
Okay.
He attacks you
Great.
with claw and fang. Ah.
Totally.
The attack gets a 9 to strike you. And you avoid that, just kind of moving your arm and struggling with this other individual. And it is now Clay's turn.
And I would like to activate Slippery Eel.
Okay.
Now that I have successfully completed a defense roll, which allows me to move my speed.
Yes.
I would like to dangle this person, like take them from a hold to a dangle over the ledge.
Give me a
That we're on.
strong roll. Do you
Okay,
move yourself? Moving others isn't really, or you can roll chaos. One or the other.
Oh, it's fine.
The
That's
opponent
probably-
gets a 23 versus your 7. So you try to pull them over there, but they stop you.
Okay, but I still have them in my grip at least.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. All right.
All right, now it is your turn.
So what I'm gonna do, keep the knife on, and I'm now gonna pull out the the actual badge. And say and like hook it onto my vest and skiing. I am Claiborne Ashton of the DAD. You have been a thorn in the Empire's side for too long. My death wouldn't matter. What matters is my unit, which will be busting through that door in maybe a couple of minutes. Now, do you really want the last thing you ever do to probably die trying to kill me, and then everyone in here dies? Or do you want to have just the slimmest chance of getting anyone out?
Give me a charming roll as you attempt to convince them that you have allies that are coming shortly.
I'm going to be using
major things going on.
Walk the talk.
All right.
Because I am trying to do an intimidation or power play.
That like almost slight little bit of your fake accent slipping through the other accent you were doing on top of the accent was real good.
20 versus.
I know, I was about to do that and pretend to be Nova, but now I can't do that well. So, like.
20, 20.
Try.
14, 15, 16, 7. You see them all stop for a second. You wouldn't. Who's carrying them? He's got this. You see the one in front of you, like, reach down and pull out, show the other ones. He's got the real badge. And then you hear the whistles in the distance. Peacekeepers coming in this direction. And as that happens, the scene fades to black and says to be continued as tonight's episode comes to a close.
Oh, good lord.
Thank you all for watching, everybody. Hope you've enjoyed yourselves.
Wow.
We're going to go around our table. We're going to say our farewells. Provide any information you'd like to, like socials or whatnot, and tell us what you are looking forward to in next week's episode. So, first off is going to be Kiara. Anna, you're up first.
Hello, I'm Anna, also known as Sanctum Cosplays, also known as Kiara, also now known as Nova right now for this short moment. I'm not going to buy a purple wig even though I really want to. But it's not a strong financial decision for me to use for one episode, but it's fine. You can catch me here every Thursday, whether it be Dreams of Silver and Stone or Running Monster Hearts, which has some very interesting things going to be coming up soon. I've started planning more of that. Actually, Ty needs to talk to you for a short moment after this about that. For no reason for my 2 players who are in this game who are also in that game. No reason.
I mean, I live here. I can just eavesdrop. I won't. With integrity, but I could.
How dare.
Integrity.
Yeah, thank you so much, audience, for all of our, wonderful redemptions. At least we're all together now.
Yeah.
For the short moment being, we're all together, though technically split, we are at least in the same fucking building.
True.
So there we go.
We just had to do one more episode where we weren't all in the same place, you know?
I mean, we are now. We're in the same building. So there's that.
It counts.
Until inevitably Patchy or Nova gets murdered.
Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Which one of you gets murdered first. And, Rob, you succeeded on Walk the Talk, so remember that for next time.
Oh, I've already given myself the regen.
Agile Mech, I did see your redemption, and Patchy will be picking up a ID card
I was gonna note that in my part. I'm
Yes,
like, oh,
please.
don't you forget that I saw that shit.
Please put that down on your notes so we can.
Did you
remember
see
that.
McSherry's too?
Which one was McSherry's? I did not see that.
One of our frog friends is coming back to help Nova.
Where are they coming from? I'm going to say McSherry that they are being held captive with Felicia. So.
Oh,
right,
yes!
Don't worry,
Wait.
I'm coming.
Felicia made friends.
All right.
I got a wand.
So, Rob, that was great. Thank you, audience. Moving right along. Steven and Kaizen.
Hi,
Wait.
I'm Steven.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
What?
Rob didn't get to-
What do you mean?
Rob didn't get to
Yeah.
go.
Yeah,
got
I was like,
confused
wait,
as
what?
they were starting there. I'm sorry. Rob,
Yeah.
it's your turn. You go. Yes, I
Hi.
do. Yeah, you are important. I'm sorry.
Hi, I'm Rob B. Rowling. Yes, I had a wonderful time lying my ass off. And hey, I just want to say, because I'm sure I'm not actually with the DAD, this is a full lie, I promise. This has not been a long con. That is a full scoundrel lie. Because if it wasn't, I would have I would have argued diplomacy, but I'm lying. Anyway, you can find me here every Thursday, except for the third-ish Thursday of every month, where my wonderful partner is running a game, which you'll hear more about. But you can also find me here this Saturday as our premiere of The Unremarkables Amass the Next Generation show. We've been doing some AMAs on Twitter of all the characters, so you can look up the hashtag Unremarkables, or just follow us on roll_4_chaos and check those out. We're down to just about, we've got our last cast member introduction tomorrow, and it's going to be a wonderful time. That's going to be at 6 p.m. CST, 4 p.m. PST. There you go.
Can I be a know-it-all for a second?
Yeah.
It's Masks a new generation and not a next generation.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Star Trek, The Next Generation. Masks, The Next Generation.
So it's going to be a hoot.
Who's Picard?
Looking forward to that. That's going to be excellent, and the cast is amazing as well. Move right along here. Now it's Steven's turn. Jeez, trying to go before it was your turn. I don't understand how you would do that.
Every
There's
time,
Brax
yeah.
is
I
creeping
can't have
through.
anything. No.
Just jumping the gun, y'all. Shit. Hi, I am Steven, once again, El Deviant Devil. You can catch me here on Thursdays, every Thursday, be it the deviant freaking teenage crazies or the crazy break up the group. And yeah, and then other than that, I host. Yeah, it's up for you to decide. And then you can catch me also on Tuesdays, Roll Charisma, co-hosting with Shannon over there, and I'm sure she'll fill you in on which is which. And do we have a prompt for the game tonight, or no?
The prompt
We already
is-
did that.
Yeah, what you are looking for.
Oh, I just didn't know if you wanted to be like, what was your... Oh, the next episode. The next episode, I had a really cool idea, but Rob pulled his thing off successfully. So next episode, I want to see these frogs lay some havoc down.
My man.
Well,
I've been waiting so long.
What I want to see.
You and your frog friend finally shows back up. Huh?
Yes.
All right, Sinan, you're up. You and Patchy.
Hello, everyone. My name is Sinan. I'm playing the Patchy, and you can find me basically here on Thursdays. That's kind of all the streaming I do these days. Great time, except this week I was on Roll Charisma Tuesday, and that was really fun. And yeah, what am I looking forward to for next week? I mean, also thank you for all the aces I got. I couldn't have done it without it. Also, thank you, not too shabby, whoever you are. You're the whole.
That's my best
shield.
friend.
Oh well, thank you to your best friend because that was amazing, and I couldn't do it without you. And what was I gonna? Yeah, I'm looking forward to also Strat's little suggestion with the ID. I was hoping to try to convince them that Patchy got out and made a clone army of Skixons upstairs, but my charming is -1, so
Hey,
it probably
Palpatine.
won't work. But I am looking forward to trying, and also being united with Felicia, and also Crimson Mane. What the fuck, Crimson Mane? Like the fuck you, Crimson Mane. I'm just upset, Crimson Mane. I thought we're gonna have a redemption arc together, and I was like, I thought me negging you constantly is like a part of my acceptance process of actually trying to take it accept him.
I'm not sorry. I had
To
Kiara
be fair, when he was in the cell next to you, he literally told you what he was going to be doing. Saying that they had done it to him when he talked about how they sometimes used individuals to prey upon like your trust and to make them individuals that you might, do things for, become emotionally attached to, and then they turned it around on you. He literally said that when he was in the cell next to you.
So is he a traitor or not?
No, the best lies are actually true. Yes. He literally to gain your trust, he spelled out what they try and do.
Also, I do
exactly what he was gonna do.
Yeah.
Completely agree with Rob. There's only one redemption arc allowed per, group of people, and I already have it. So sorry.
Well, still, I was hoping for
When
it.
did I say this?
and at least if at least one of my 3 apprentices are alive and like nice, I would be sad. Just putting you. I mean, I can't control what you do, Ty, but you'll have a sad Sinan out there. Just putting it out there. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
No.
You do whatever you want. You do whatever you want.
You know he's not kidding. We all
do
know.
whatever you want, Ty. You always do it. And I always hate it until I start loving it, because it's like, holy shit, I did not expect that. And that was actually a cool art. So yeah, sorry, I'm rambling again and going on tangents. Please, that's me. Ugh.
All
What a
right.
great
And last but not least, Shannon, Nova, your turn.
Yes, Shannon, Nova. I do the same things that Steven does. Tuesdays and then Thursdays, and then play characters, and then I'm getting to play Mab on Misguided Souls, which is super fun because it's like very, very opposite of Nova. So yeah, it's exciting, and I'm excited for all of us to get together. I'm really happy that I will hopefully be saving Felicia soon. And then there will be a frog, which is bonus. And so I'll make Sinan happy. I'll make Rob happy.
Froglicia?
Huh?
Froglicia?
Froglicia? Oh God!
Yeah.
Don't
They
get
call me
ideas.
Froglicia.
That's why he's in there. It's
You
that
couldn't
weird
read my mind.
Final Fantasy VII strange animal husbandry thing going on. That's what you're doing, aren't you?
I might change their first name now. I'm just saying.
I know. Anyway, yeah, that's me. Good game. Exciting. Yay, we're all in the same building. It counts for me.
Finally, it's been a few episodes since
A
we had
long
the chance for
time.
everybody to be up together. It was your fault. I mean, you did it.
Hey,
You mind wiped everyone.
mine. Sorry.
All right, everyone. I, of course, am Ty. You can catch me here on Mondays, Thursdays, and Fridays, and I'll be behind the scenes on other shows here in the future as well. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed yourselves. Catch Sparrows tomorrow, Friday at 6 Pacific Standard Time, or 8 Central, or 9 Eastern, or other time zones outside the United States.
Wow.
Oh,
I thought you were
Google
going to
it.
go through every time zone on planet Earth.
Every single one. 24
Forgot.
hours.
Seven
But
Mountain
yes.
Run.
Thank you very much for watching. We're going to
Yeah,
go ahead and
forgot
send you on
Mountain
over to a raid. If you want to stick around and get a couple of extra points, you can do more interacting with our stream as well in the future. Thank you for watching for the 3rd time. And good night, everybody.
Au revoir.